Whoo, that always feels official. So, welcome back. All right. So, last we left off, everyone got to have some fun at the grand feast, the welcoming feast for the sorting ceremony. We got to do some nighttime shenanigans that was shenanigans with a capital S. And then we got into our first day of classes, including learning our first spells in Transfiguration. So we're going to do a little bit of cleanup work. As I mentioned before, you have a separate proficiency bonus, essentially, for the different schools of magic. To do this, we are going to, and of course, during downtime, you'll be able to improve them. And what's it called? You'll be able to improve them and kind of develop your skills in a given school of magic. So, with that in mind, everyone starts off at a -5. That is kind of the baseline of I don't know what I'm doing yet because I'm still learning. Everyone will have 6 points to allocate. On this first stat allocation, you cannot have a stat above -2. So you can do 3 and 3, you can do 1, 3, and 2. Like you can distribute it how you want, but you cannot have a certain stat above a -2. So if you see -1 or you have a positive modifier for School of Magic, you went too high. So we'll go ahead and
11 years old. We're only less shitty than usual.
Yeah, we don't have child prodigies here. Y'all gotta earn your shit. So we'll take a few minutes and think about where you'd like to allocate them and get that set up with your character sheets as well. Let me know if you have any issues with that.
I just have one question.
Mm-hmm.
So this Transfiguration is the green one. The blue one is Levitation?
Blue is Charms.
Blue is Charms, and then it's Jinx, Hexes, and Curses.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Wait, and so you said everything starts at -5, but we have 6 points to increase those across 3 of them at least?
So you can increase them however you'd like. The only caveat is that you cannot have one of them go above a -2.
Okay, but you said it's 6 points total, right?
6 points total, yes.
Thank you.
Yep. So you can give them all even, have -4s and then 1 -3. You can bump 2 of them up and then just have 3 different dump schools. Up to you.
Okay.
Also, just a quick side question. Things are running a bit slow for me on my end. Maybe my internet's bad. Is it delayed on your end too, or is it just me?
Yeah, you're definitely doing robot and getting choppy.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. I mean, your voice is coming in clear, but yeah, the video is just extremely choppy. I think maybe it's the blur. Sometimes it has trouble processing that in the background and multitasking. But could just be a slow internet day. Yeah. The IT professional in me is resisting there to say turn it off and turn it back on.
I was about to say that.
All right, good. You can say it.
Nah, you already said it for me.
Oh, perfect.
I'll just take the blame.
True professionals. All right. Does anyone need more time allocating their stats?
See, I'm using Internet Explorer, like the Bing one. Ooh. And it needs updating, so that might be part of it.
Yes.
Wow.
That is absolutely part of it.
But I'm the person who leaves tabs open all the time.
Oh.
I leave
Ooh.
tabs open all the time, and I don't like closing
Ooh.
them.
Oh God.
You're like my wife, who will just sit there and be like, "Why is my phone battery dead?" And then opens up like Safari, and there's like 80 tabs. I'm like, Jesus fuck.
Wait, does the
It
number of
hurts.
tabs takes away from your battery?
Oh my god.
It uses up
I
like
actually
a
didn't know
lot
that.
on you.
I have like
Oh
I have
yeah.
like 300 windows in Safari.
Oh my God.
Ooh.
Being a tech person, that just hurts.
Yeah. I'm, as the kids say, getting triggered as fuck.
I feel for
Oh.
that computer and phone. Like,
Yep.
I feel the pain.
All right. Last call for stat allocations or questions. Let me know if you need a little more time with that, or is everyone good to go moving
I feel
forward?
silly, but how did people get it to update in their website?
Yeah, you click save. Like if you
Still
go to
working
the
on it.
-3, you see how it says if you click on the -5, then you update it and just click save, and it should like automatically do it.
Thank you.
No worries. I had don't feel silly. I had the same trouble too. It took me a couple minutes to figure it out.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Okay, got that.
All right. So seems like Elsie now is good to go, at least mechanically. Everyone else good to go moving forward? Anyone need a few minutes still to allocate points? All right, Willow, a little while.
Still working on it.
Cool.
I'm almost finished.
In the meantime, if you haven't already,
took
if you
me a hot
can,
minute to figure out how to do the website thing.
yeah,
Wait, is the lowest like -6 or -5?
-5 is your
-5.
lowest.
Okay.
And then we have 6 points to allocate, yeah?
Yes, 6 points total. Although one stat cannot go above -2. So if anyone rolls and has a +1, someone's breaking the rules.
Okay, I think I'm done on my part.
All right.
Defense against the dark arts is purple, right?
Yes. Well, yes and no. So Charms and JHC are kind of like the offensive schools. Charms is more like non-lethal, and JHC is like potentially lethal. If that makes sense.
Oh, okay. So Charms is the feather, Jinx's hexes and curses is purple fire.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay,
defense
making sure
against
I'm
dark arts is
understanding
more
which
of a
one's which.
class and less of a
I feel like Willow would have
Wait.
natural talent in transmutation, charms, and the healing one. I don't think she'd be very good at Jinx's hexes and curses at all, or at least she really wouldn't want to be.
Okay, wait. Now I'm confused.
Absolutely tracks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, would someone be able to explain to me like what each of the because see this? I don't see names. I'm very confused. So
Mhm.
I have 5 different
the
classes.
cup with yes,
the
the
cup
cup
with the tail.
with the tentacle is transmutation. That's the class we were in with Sir Dildoro, where we were
Got
putting cubes together and making water. Charms is the feather that's like Wingardium Leviosa, the little thingies. The middle one, I think, is healing. Not sure the name of that one.
Or no,
Anyway.
that one's divination. So that's
The
all
yellow-
about like kind of like seeing into the future, kind of like seeing outcomes, like reading, like
Mhm.
future
That was yellow.
telling, and like that whole sort of mystical side of reading fates in the future.
Okay.
And then the red one's
then-
healing, and Jinx and hexes and curse. Think of it like charms, you're dueling. Jinx, hexes, and curses, you're fighting.
Got
You're
it.
exploding
4, 3,
things.
2. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Yeah. See, I got it wrong. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know the healing. I feel like she'd be good at healing, but I don't know what healing spells there are because I haven't had that class at all.
Yeah. We can, and
We'll
if
figure
you
it out
want to
later.
kind of do it now, and if you have more questions about kind of, about it down the road, then we can kind of talk and maybe reallocate some stuff. So I would
Yeah.
definitely keep those rolls that you roll for the spells handy. Because now that
We'll
we
stick it
have,
into discussion.
yeah, so now that we have kind of changed how we roll, like for instance, Willow got rolled an 11. Now with the different modifier, that pass might have became a failure. Even the 16, the 16 would have passed regardless. Well, maybe not. But now you can go through and kind of.
Well, my modifier for transmutation currently is +0 because I have a -3 in the base thing and a +3 in the stats associated with transmutation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then you're good to go.
Wait, I thought we're not supposed to be able to get above -2.
So that
So
is
if you
for
look on the thingy, there's
bonus.
2 numbers next to it. One of them is like your base talent. You're like, oh, I'm naturally inclined to do this, and that's why you have the modifier. And you can train that up. The other one that's next to it is based on your stats. So like transmutation is associated with strength. Charms is associated with dexterity. Healing is associated with constitution. Well, intelligence.
Gotcha.
Sorry. And it's like it's adds on to that. Yeah.
So then I found 2 of my scores, but one of them I hadn't written down that I had rolled. So I don't know what you want me to do with that one.
That's fine. It's honestly, if you had one close, then maybe this would put you over the edge to learn it. If you're kind of comfortable with what you got,
this is going to make a difference anyway.
Yeah, then we can easily just keep going and not worry about it too much.
Okay,
just
yeah,
case,
my
you had like a -8 modifier. I know some of them were pretty far down, so this may have helped.
Yeah, I'd only changed by 1 and I had rolled a 0.
Okay, so now that everyone feeling solid before we head to the next kind of round of classes and continue learning, everyone's feeling good with what they got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me get my notebook. My bag's right over here.
And Elsie, feel a little better about what you got and kind of understand the bonus versus the total score kind of.
I think so. Thank you.
Okay. So let's continue on. So everyone is currently in configurations class, and you hear the bell ring, and well, it's a weird kind of sound. You don't necessarily see any bells, but you just hear this ring carry out throughout the halls, and you kind of exit out of the northern courtyard, and you're going to your next class, which is magical theory. Which is also located in the the north courtyard, also on the first floor. And for everyone, I'll link the map again. But this will be a good way to kind of track where you're going throughout the school and kind of keep you on track for where you're at. So, give me 1 second. As you enter this, we're not hanging out with you yet. As you kind of head into this next class, let's see who we got here. It is the magical theory, and immediately you see that the halls are kind of decked with. It doesn't necessarily look like I was gonna say with like books and tomes, but it's more so different kind of instruments and like these weird kind of these weird kind of like physical, like almost looks like practice dummies. Some of them look like, kind of magical aids. It's a weird kind of collection of just stuff that is in this room. Before you see is this, nope, not Slughorn. Before you see kind of an older professor come in with his gray hair, and she kind of takes a seat, and you see you're almost like she enters the room, and everyone kind of looks around and is almost kind of waiting for her to kind of take their seats. And everyone make me an insight check real quick. Get the first roll.
Yeah, that did not help at fucking all.
Perfect. Okay. Okay, perfect. So, Asuka, you like you don't see Professor Babbling come in at all. And you are just you are tinkering with this new fire that you have learned how to kind of summon, and you're out of it. But everyone else kind of looks over and sees Professor Babbling kind of sitting back, and they're like, you kind of all get the sense, Willow more than everyone else, that like she kind of seems like she's almost waiting out the class as much as everyone else, as she's just kind of sitting back and kind of naturally waits for the voices to quiet down within the class before she kind of just nonchalantly leans and stands up and is like, "Welcome, first years. I am Professor Babbling, and welcome to Magical Theory. Now, I want to get a sense for you all today, so you'll come one by one, and we'll get an assessment. So, do we have any volunteers?"
Willow groans at hearing that there's a test on the first day.
I just have a question. Am I still just like in my own world?
Now that you started talking, you kind of snap back together, but
I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't just like ignoring the teacher.
Actually,
You want to make it funny? I will make it funny that I'm just
Roll
playing with
saving
my
throw?
fire.
make a perception check.
Yeah!
There you go.
Yeah.
Please fail. I actually want to fail this because that's going to be real funny.
You know what? Give yourself disadvantage because
Yes! Sorry, so this is one of those situations that it's for a funny, so disadvantage. Fail!
What a
Yes, I got a 3! I got a nat 1!
So you don't know what the hell is going
I've
on.
got no idea what the fuck is going on.
So you yeah, let me roll. You look around and you genuinely kind of forget that you're in a class, as you just full on get out of your seat and roll a d6 for me if you'd be so kind.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay. I think this is went to a lot farther than I
Are
thought
you
it
doing fire damage to the surroundings? Is this what's happening?
would. Roll 1d6, right?
Yeah, just roll a d6.
Oh, it's not. 1d6. 2.
So you kind of wander over to like this prism on the side there, and you've got this hot wand, and you're kind of just curious, stumbling around, seeing what's up, and you kind of go, and two 2 spiders kind of just jump out of this prism and start to kind of skitter all over you.
Oh no! You angered her pet spiders.
What would you like to do?
How does that correct spiders?
This is way too much back and forth. I just wanted to fucking. Okay. So basically, just 2 spiders jumped at me, right?
Yeah, they are crawling all over you.
Okay, so
I don't like that.
I'm gonna try and using. Let me see. I'm just gonna start running around in circles.
Okay.
Trying to use. Yeah, I'm gonna start running around in circles.
Make me a deck save if you'd be so kind.
Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna start running. I don't have a lot of spells that I could use. Deck save. -2. 17. Yeah, well, it's not that bad.
Okay. So you kind of you get one off and just shove it away, and the second one is like kind of dancing, has like a web and is like dancing off your hand, and like you're trying to just shake it off before Professor Babbling just kind of flicks her wand, and the 2 of them kind of just get levitated up and put back in the prism. As she kind of just, well, dude, you're going to be a handful, aren't you? 5 points from Gryffindor, and please sit down.
Look very confused because I didn't actually notice this teacher was there. I didn't even know I was. Apparently, I didn't even know I was in a classroom. So I'm look very freaking confused before I sit down.
I think you like knew you were in a classroom, but you forgot, and then suddenly you're like, "Oh shit, right, class."
Do we have any volunteers to go up front?
I just stand up and just fix my uniform and point at Asuka.
Again? Are we really? Is this gonna be a thing?
She sees you stand up and is like, "Oh, thank you, dear, for volunteering. Please step forward."
Take that. That's karma.
I'll pretty much just say, whatever, and just go and do what she instructed.
And what? Let me bring up your. Sorry, give me 1 sec. What? Or she kind of looks. She's like, and kind of waves her wand again, and a kind of training dummy like makes its way forward. It's like, well, I want you to vibe with it, dance with it, feel the magic, and show me how the magic expresses through you. And what style of caster are you?
Intelligent.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a general spell check. So it'd be an intelligence check.
Intelligence.
Yeah, so you what does it look like when Arenzio kind of tries to feel essentially the vibe of magic?
I pretty much just start walking around it, just eyeing it, just going up and down, just seeing the whole thing, expecting it, and just put my hand on, just like, is it like a dummy or what is it?
Yeah, think of it like almost like a crash test dummy, but a little more kind of Hogwartsy.
Okay, I'm just gonna put my hand on, like, pretty much just on the shoulder, and then shoulder to shoulder, pretty much just dragging my hand around it and just trying to feel it.
And as you kind of drag your finger, you almost do so along the seam lines, and it's a very methodical, a very kind of almost mathematical in your placement. And there's just a nice shimmer of kind of arcane essence, just like following your finger trails as you see her kind of smile. It's like, oh, very well done. Let's see. Who is next? Thank you for being so forthcoming. 5 points for Ravenclaw.
And when I hear that, I was just like, another 5 points for the nerds. And I just walked to my seat.
Smug.
Okay. She'll kind of look across and Willow, why don't you make me a stealth check?
Oh boy.
Oh God. Okay. She's pretty tall, pretty hard to not see, but we'll try her best. State. Roll. 8.
She looks directly at you. My dear, you're next. Come on up.
And she'll come up.
And what casting style are you?
Most people would look like she is an intellect caster, but most people would look at her and be like, no way, like she's definitely got that she's got that classic bully body type. So people look at her and think like, oh, she's a dumb brute, So it's definitely surprising.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check then.
Make an intelligence.
Try and feel the magic.
17.
17. Well done. So what does it look like when Willow kind of channels the arcane essence?
Well, she definitely stands there for a long, awkward moment, not knowing what to do and with everyone staring at her because she doesn't know there are no exact directions. So she's just like, what do you mean? What do I do with my hands? But eventually she kind of just takes her wand and just kind of starts practicing the motions that she learned in class, but kind of just also, rather than focusing on a specific technique, kind of more just remembers the facts about the spells and how they kind of tie together and how they tie into how she speaks and how she moves. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell that there's like a methodical, as you're trying to remember it, there's a level of restraint in there because the size you bring and how you don't want to necessarily emote or like come off too strongly. And there's a nice kind of shimmer across the dummy as you see Professor Babbling smiles like, very, very well done. And looks over to Elsie. Says, come on, my dear. You go next.
I'm curious to see how our classmates will do.
Elsie is a technique caster. And she would walk up and I think sort of like swish her wand and point it at the dummy.
Okay. So go ahead and yours is wisdom, correct?
I think so.
Yes. I think it is. Yeah. So go ahead and make me, if that is your primary spell casting ability, go ahead and make me a wisdom check.
Okay. So that's just adding my flat like wisdom points to it, right? Okay. 11.
11. Okay. That you could tell when Willow and Arenzio both approached, they took the time to really place themselves and like almost like recite mantras of how to go. You go up and it's just like you try and feel it, and you get up there and try and assume a position that might work. There's a little bit of spark, but not so much this shimmer that everyone else had. But you definitely feel something's there, as you see Babbling kind of smiles like, well, good thing you've got 7 more years, dear, and I only have 4. Go ahead, Elsie. Make a I guess perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say perception.
Ooh, 22.
So you hear her kind of make that joke, And under her breath, you can hear say, "And retirement can't come soon enough."
Oh, okay.
As she kind of turns, and now Asuka.
Oh boy.
My dear, you are up next.
Yes, ma'am. I am a Jinx Hex and Curses caster. It's Charisma, I believe.
So that is your subclass, but we're looking more willpower, technique, or intellect. Or vigor.
Willpower. Sorry.
Willpower, yes. Yes, so that is going to be charisma.
Yes.
Willpower makes so much sense for Asuka.
I built a character. I was like, yep, that's it. So now it is a. You want me to do a charisma? Charisma
yes,
check?
charisma check.
Got it. I got a 12.
12. Yep. So you being kind of deflated, kind of getting, embarrassed with the spiders did not really help your ego at all. So you go up just trying to be this presence that just kind of radiates this magic, but there's a little shimmer, but like you could tell that it's almost like a deflated little ego check there, as there's a little something, but just not a whole lot.
Sorry, say the type one more time.
Type?
Yeah, what type are you?
Willpower.
Willpower. I was writing it down. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. I'm a willpower caster.
Okay. And everyone else goes.
Anyone that stands out? Anyone that's screwed up really badly did really well?
Let's actually do this. Everyone just roll a flat D20 for me. We'll play a little rollies.
Rollies.
GR 20. 13.
13. Cool. All right, so
natural 1.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
So, all right, it's good. This is where we get all our bad rolls out. That's fine. Asuka, you rolled the highest. Who are you looking out for?
Who am I looking out for, or what am I looking out for? I don't know who is.
Like, what person are you checking out to see how well they did?
Yeah, among the classmates, is there anyone you're kind of curious how they do
Ren.
when asked?
Definitely.
Ren? All right, let's see.
I'm looking out for Ren.
Okay.
I want to see my friend is going to be as powerful as me.
You get my dice. Forgot to actually get them out. Okay. Need to work on it. I'm in the process of building out their character sheets, but they're not done yet.
No worries.
But all right, let's see. Okay, that tracks. So you get up there, or so Rin kind of gets up and smiles and does. She's kind of sitting in the back. She's kind of giggling as her and Logan are actually talking to each other, and you see her kind of excitedly kind of skip through the aisle, and as she skips, you can see like aura just radiate off the training dummy. That's the word. And when she's actually in front of the dummy, it is like radiating and like kind of like cascading flowers. Like she is willpowering the fuck out of this.
Oh shit, she's like me. Nice.
That makes sense.
And kind of as the flowers cascade, bell rings again, and we are done with magical theory.
Ding ding ding.
Oh, we only get to see one person. That's fair.
Yeah, we are in first year, so we're gonna semi-move this along.
Fair enough.
Okay, so you are now dismissed for lunch. And for lunch, there is a lovely fish and chips. As you kind of enter the grand hall again, and everyone's kind of, you see a lot of the first years are kind of hurriedly eating and getting ready. You can see some of them are already kind of making their way up to the upperclassmen, trying to ask where the next class is, and almost like you can see like they're like comparing notes and maps to see where to go. But you know that you definitely need to hurry up and eat because your next class is all the way in the Oxford building.
Oh, jeez.
And on the 5th floor, as you are going to be attending the history of magic.
Willow definitely drowns her fish and chips in hot sauce, scarfs it down.
Oh yeah. Whoa. Actually, I want to see. Before we start anything, I want to turn to Willow. I'll race you.
What?
I'll race you. See who can eat. See who can eat and get to the 5th floor faster.
You're on, and she starts eating.
You're on. I want to start fucking jumping it down.
Well, that's perfect because everyone here is, going to be booking it as the walk from kind of the Great Hall to the Oxford building is quite the trek.
I am not afraid to sprint down the halls, I will say.
Let's get athletics checks from everyone, if you'd be so kind.
Oh,
Okay.
Why athletics? Why couldn't you do something that I'm good at?
Because we're running. It's very athletically inclined.
Oh, there you go.
Watch me roll like shit, though.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 9. Wait.
Oh, I got a 14. Not bad.
Okay.
I rolled a 9. Oh, 22. Very good. Very nice.
Yeah, I know.
So wait, did you get a 9 or a 22?
I got a 9.
22.
Orange, you got a 22.
Oh, okay. I misheard. I thought you said you had a second roll. I was like, did you roll twice? I'm like, cool if you did, but
Okay, so
that's why I was confused. Good job, Lindsay.
Sorry, my brain just blanked.
You're good.
I'm trying. Okay, so Oscar got a 9, 14. Okay, yeah. So you both say, all right, race you there, take off. Orenzio, you kind of give a chuckle, take one bite of the fish, and there's like smoke clouds as you're taking off. As you just completely dust them.
As I'm passing them, I'm just giving them just smirking at them like you guys have no idea who you're messing with and just leave them behind.
So Willow will turn to Asuka at that and just be like, what the? What the? Like she's just like silently doing this as she's sprinting.
I'm gonna be like, you see, that's why he's my claim.
Claim?
Claim. Like
client.
I'm your lawyer, remember? I haven't forgotten that.
You're my side lawyer.
You're my side lawyer.
Side lawyer.
I'm still looking for the main lawyer.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
So you take off and you end up getting to class you actually end up entering in the same hurried pace as a girl who's almost like unnaturally pale skin and kind of white hair, as you show up at the same time as Darcy. And she kind of just looks at you and is a little amazed. She's like, you're very fast. Are you an athlete?
No, but if you experience what I have, you learn to move fast.
She kind of looks a little curious. It's like, what? If you don't mind me asking, what experiences? I'm sorry.
No,
I've heard so much about Quidditch, and I'm trying to get the scout on who's going to be our competition, and that was some impressive running.
Let's just say that I did a lot of running from people. Let's just go with that. I'm not going to go into specifics, but that's
so you
as much
ran
as I can
track.
tell. Let's go with that.
Oh,
and I pretty much, I just pretty much just said, you go first, since we arrived at the same time.
And she kind of gives a little bow of her head and thanks. It's like, well, my dad's always used to love to run early in the morning, so if you'd like, we can go running in the mornings together. I would like to keep doing that.
I would love to join you for that. Just tell me when, and I'll meet you there.
Great. I'll let you know. And then the rest of you eventually make your way in. And as you start filing in, the history of magic is just, it's almost a second library with all of the different tomes and scrolls. There's just like a plethora of just magical scrolls and just archives. And there's kind of a lull. Everyone's kind of digesting, hanging out, and finally you see there's a sudden kind of resonant clang of the bell, as immediately from the eastern wall something strange kind of happens. This kind of, pallid, sallow face, elderly, kind of phantasmal creature emerges. It's kind of ethereal form pushing through the stone, passing through the stone as if he's just kind of, walking through a curtain. Your professor's features are kind of lined with the wisdom and weariness of ages past. His face is long and wrinkled. The skin is kind of hanging sadly over these, plump cheekbones. There's little wispy hair drafts around his head, kind of moving slowly with almost like a ghostly wave. He kind of floats his way to the desk and kind of stops and stares at an uncomfortably long while as everyone's kind of silently just looking to him to see what he's doing next. He says, "Good evening, students. I am Professor Binns. That's Binns. Today is the first day of our exploration of the ancient histories of anyone? Magic. Turn to page 16 of A History of Magic." And he does not wait for anyone to actually open up. In 1959, Gaspard Shingleton was born on the 17th of 17th of June.
I would try to raise my hand.
Yeah. Go ahead, make a quick insight check as you raise your hand.
She sees immediately what's happening, and she's like, I need to use the restroom. I don't need to actually use the restroom, but I want a break from it. I don't want to be here right now.
Insight or investigation? I'll leave that up to you.
I'll do investigation.
Okay.
Ooh, 21.
Yeah, so you look and you've noticed that this professor has not looked at any of the students once, has not necessarily looked to a textbook once. You almost get the sense that this ghost is just kind of telling the history and is just hoping that you are listening.
I'm trying to use the bathroom, man.
I think you can just like walk out, like he won't notice.
You think so?
I mean, he hasn't looked at us once.
I want to throw something at him.
Okay, dude, you want to throw my book?
No, not that heavy. I don't want to get attention.
He's a ghost.
Cheers. She's gonna probably find a smaller object, like let's say a pencil or a pen, and just.
Yeah, as you throw it, you see it just evaporate straight through him. In his youth, Mr. Shingleton was quite the curious bee in his hometown of anyone.
You throw your book now.
Anyone?
Okay, here, you do it. Here's my book. You throw it.
No, you throw. You throw. Your turn.
No.
It's
you
your turn.
started it. No. I'm sorry. You started
it, and you gotta help me.
End the story. No. You're the protagonist of the story. I'm just a side character. You're the protagonist.
I'm the side character. What do you mean?
Fine. Fuck it. I'll just throw my book.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
God damn it! See, that's why they wanted. I'm not athletic. My arms are just spaghetti. Oh, look at that, not bad. 17.
Elsie, what do you think about this? Are you trying to pay attention? We're distracting you or something?
Yeah. So you throw the book up there, and he does not necessarily look at all, just evaporates straight through him, and he's like, please refrain from showing excitement and hurling knowledge towards me. Thank you. And this continues on the whole class. So
God.
Can everyone please make me a Constitution saving throw? Because while this may not be necessarily a magical effect, you are all, it almost seems like you're being like put to sleep by forces beyond your control.
Okay.
Hey, Elsie, what are you doing as this is going on?
Oh, God.
I think Elsie has mild Hermione Granger vibes and diligently takes notes no matter what class it is.
Fair enough.
Yeah, with an 18, you absolutely do. So you stay up, and
I become Oscar in this class.
I was too entertained by
Orenzio.
throwing things at him and him reacting in a boring way.
So Orenzio, you kind of put on a brave face when you got here, and you were talking with Darcy about like you running here, but you're winded, man. Like that, like you're in that food coma, and now you're tired, so you're out. You're just dead asleep.
How about this? Like, how about in the middle of him, like during the class, I just straight up just smacked the table asleep.
Yep. Yeah, you're doing the classic like balancing act, and you just slam your head on. And
That's
you got like a nice little welt on your forehead. But eventually you do hear the bell as the class is dismissed. And once again, you're making the run. So I'll say we're gonna get another round of athletics checks.
Ooh,
You just don't want to make it easy, do you?
Which class are we running to next?
So now you're running to the Muggle Arts class.
Oh, we should all be good on that.
And
Decent.
Better than History of Magic, that's for sure.
okay.
Definitely.
Let's see. Zia, Willow, and then Asuka a athletics, and then we're all set.
Another athletics. Well, I did better than last time. again, or is it going to
Okay.
just smoke us?
Okay.
And it's
Yep.
not even my
So yeah,
best
with the
one.
10, yeah. So Oscar, this time you get the best of Willow, and you two kind of like barely make it in. Like as the bell is ringing, you cross that threshold to where you're not late, but you are definitely not getting your seat of choice, and you are right up front. As you meet Professor Bruce. Do we have Bruce? Give me one sec. Let me see. Do we have a picture for him?
Professor Bruce.
Teachers. All right, Bruce. Oh, okay. So you enter and you see a woman in like her mid 30s or so, in kind of a plain but like very well kind of tailored robe, as she's seems to be kind of crocheting in her seat as sits down, and it's like, everyone take your seats, please. I will be your professor, and I am Professor Bruce.
Oh wow, she pretty.
That name does not match.
And she kind of sits in her chair, and she looks around and she's like, let me guess. You are all coming from the history class. I see the tiredness in everyone's eyes. And
yeah, he wouldn't let me use the bathroom. I think he needs to be reported.
She kind of looks, oh, I'm terribly sorry, dear. Do you need to use the restroom?
Yeah, I kind of do.
Oh, please, by all means, please. In fact, let's do this. For the next 10 minutes, feel free to stretch, do some yoga. Let your body be reinvigorated. Express yourself, wake yourself, center yourself. And we will continue once everyone's ready to express in this class.
I just take a quick nap.
Yep, you keep sleeping.
There you go.
Go ahead. Another Constitution saving throw then. Let's see if you get like that nice power nap where you can get like a solid reinvigoration in. 12? That's not terrible. Yeah, with a 12, you're able, like, it's not like you feel groggy afterwards, but you wake up, you're feeling good. But you see her eventually everyone she gives a clap, and as she kind of claps, there's almost like a hum to it as it kind of radiates throughout the room and then kind of comes back in, as you see all of the kind of paintings as well almost start to like echo the clap as well, as they all move and kind of get everyone's attention, and then all the paintings kind of look towards Professor Bruce.
Willow's very creeped out by this.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
She's like, oh, yeah.
Professor?
Yes, we have a curious one. Yes.
If this is Muggle, what was it called? The name of the class is Muggle Art, right? Muggle Art?
Yes.
Muggle Art, yeah. If this is Muggle Art, why are the paints moving?
Well, my dear, sometimes the art is an expression of the artists themselves. And while half of me has lived in the Muggle world and half of me was in the seat that you are actually sitting in right now, my dear I'm sorry, I did not get your name.
Oscar.
Oh,
Oscar Pachico, nice to meet you.
that's a very beautiful name. I was once sitting in that exact same seat, and I can't help but put a little magic in my work. But we are going to learn the Muggle way. But I don't want to hamper you to force it on yourself. I don't necessarily believe, and I've expressed this to the school, but Muggle art is more so an expression of self and not so much a mastery of magic, as I believe the Muggles are the best in how they express themselves, as they do not necessarily have the tools that we have. So put your wands to the side, and she kind of picks up a paintbrush and says, "This will now be your wand. And I don't want to show you any brush strokes, any techniques. I want to learn from you in this beginning. So just have a dialogue with the canvas and express yourself, converse with each other, and create something that you may want to look back on." And everyone
Damn.
can begin painting.
That was beautiful.
Will kind of got lost there a little bit as she was going on about this. It sounded kind of preachy to her, so she's just like, "So we can just paint what we want."
She kind of gives a smile. It's like, anything you want. Is there something you want to paint?
Do we have a skill that...
What was that?
I won't get in trouble.
You will only get in trouble from me if you hide what you really want to express.
Okay. Sorry, Elsie, what did you say?
Oh, I was asking if we have a skill that corresponds to creativity or visual arts.
Yeah, for this, I'm going to ask for a performance check. But I want, she'll kind of go around, and she'll start actually with you, Elsie. Go ahead and make the roll, and then let me know what you are kind of trying to make and what kind of happens with that roll.
Okay, for performance, that's a 12. And I think Elsie would probably try to paint her cat.
Okay,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
So,
he's a lovely subject.
Okay. So you begin painting, and you paint your cat, and it feels very natural, feels very comfortable. And even with a 12, as you paint, even without using your wand or any sort of necessarily magical any sort of like magical paints, your cat almost seems to track you, and you can see the tail kind of move a little bit as you kind of paint and move. As you see Professor Bruce kind of just smile and lean rest a hand on your shoulder. It's like, I'm guessing this is quite the personal piece.
Yes.
She kind of just gives a smile and gives you a pat on the shoulder. Well, even without necessarily using your wand, I can feel that magic in that painting. Well done.
For wizards, would having magical moving paintings be the norm?
I would say it's kind of the norm.
Yeah, no, they're in newspapers.
I wouldn't say it's
it's
not uncommon.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, so next up, we'll go right down the list here. Willow.
Okay.
Did you roll your? Okay,
Not
no, everyone
yet.
didn't roll yet. So performance check from you, and let me know what you are attempting to paint.
Performance. I'm pretty good at this. We'll see how generally. Ah, a 12. I got a 5 on the die. She definitely hears that paint anything you want and is like fully prepared to take advantage of that and starts painting something very inappropriate. But then she said to Professor Bruce that she wouldn't get in trouble as long as she painted what she really wanted to express. And she's like, she did let me go to the bathroom and give everyone 10 minutes of yoga time. That's actually kind of cool. None of my teachers did that before. So she is like scrambling to like fix it, you know, and like hide what she did before. It's like she's got these big meaty hands, so there's definitely like big, broad brushstrokes, very like not subtle at all.
Right.
Definitely ends up looking more like somewhere between abstract and a child's drawing.
Yeah. And I'll say with a 12, it's pretty apparent that you're trying to cover something up. But as Professor Bruce is like kind of going and looking over your shoulder, you see that she's like kind of tilts her head curiously. And she's like, well, this is something. I must say your technique is very well. Like, I see that this is not your first painting, and that the technique and the brushstrokes are there. But I see the struggle to truly express an emote. And she kind of takes a minute. It's like, I'm terribly sorry. That's awfully forward of me, and I don't think we've properly met. And I'm reading way too much into your art. And what is your name, dear?
Willow, and she's like, she finds herself like, especially after that like really deep dive into what she just painted, she's like,
she kind of gives a chuckle, and she's like, well, I see your hands are working, and she kind of gives a little scruffle of your hair. She's like, we just need to find out how to turn this off once you start painting.
And she's like, turn it off? I thought it was supposed to be the opposite.
She kind of gives a smile and keeps walking to Orenzio's station. Let's get a performance check and let me know what you are painting as well.
A 17.
Okay. 17. Perfect. What are you scribbling on the canvas?
For Lorenzo, like, I'm gonna say like he's taking his time painting it, but he's painting like a harbor. Like, he grew up near the coast, so he's just painting what he remembers seeing, like the deck, the boat, like the big boats, the fishing boats, and all that stuff. He's painting all that. You're muted.
Sorry, give me 1 second. Fire alarm's going off because we still have new fire alarms, so they're a little sensy. Give me 1 second.
Oh no, the fire alarm. But sorry, what did you paint again, Orenzio? Or did you not say that yet? I'm sorry.
I painted a harbor. For him. Huh?
I was like, oh yeah, that's what you said. It's like you said it, and then I immediately forgot. And I was so Willow would definitely like look over and be like, looks good. You did real good.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm making homemade bagels. Sure. Surprisingly not as difficult as I thought they'd be, but
ooh, bagels.
They're pretty simple to make.
Yeah. But yeah, so Renzo, you start painting, and Professor Bruce kind of comes over your shoulder and looks at it, and she's there for a while, and she doesn't really say anything. She kind of just lets you paint before she kind of just gives, like, kind of just looks on it fondly and, well, I always get enjoyment when the students paint from the heart and don't necessarily pay too much attention to technique. And I can see this may be some of your first paintings. It's quite beautiful in its own way. Well done. I'm
Thank you.
assuming this is one of your first paintings?
Yes, I normally don't touch this kind of things, let alone topic.
I'm very impressed, and I'm very excited to see what you do. 5 points to Ravenclaw.
I tell myself again, like, another 5 points for the nerds.
So as she moves on, Asuka, she comes up to you.
Yeah.
And what's the you're making? So performance check, and let me know what you are painting.
Right. Performance check. I'm gonna do something. Depends on my roll. I might do something. So I'm gonna roll. I got a 11. All right. So I am painting basically the most basic. I'm gonna roll average. I'm gonna say I didn't roll bad, but I'm gonna roll. I'm painting the most basic image of what my family library looks like. Basically, the potion tinkering engineering station of my mother to the right, my library studio desk to the left of my father, and what I do want to do, because I've heard I kind of want to bullshit myself into the situation and make it a lot more like convoluted and a lot more complicated than it actually is. That is just like a family portrait of my dining room, of my studio room, and I actually want to make it. I want to bullshit my way into victory. If that makes any sense.
Sure. So you kind of think that to yourself as you're painting, and Professor Bruce kind of comes up and takes a look, and she gives a chuckle and kind of looks over, and she's like, is this a place you've been before?
I'm gonna look at the professor and just be like, this is not only a place I've been before, it's basically what I am. I have the half Muggle side of my father and the half witch side of my mother. As a Muggle, we're not really allowed to tinker or do much aside from what's entitled or what's common. What's the norm in society? And what I've learned about wizard kind is a little more free, a lot more of you can experiment and do what you want as long as you don't endanger others. You can basically do whatever you want. When in reality, for the Muggleborn, is more convoluted in the sense of, you know what, some people can actually do what they want, but it depends on how you do it, and sometimes you actually hurt people by doing it. So it's just basically two types of my life and how both of them just combine together to build like this me.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Fuck.
I was gonna say that's some
16.
So I'll say on a 16, as you're kind of, explaining this to her, you're used to people, including yourself, discerning like truth from lie, and kind of like looking to sniff out the bullshit. But you, especially with the 16, you kind of get the sense from her that like she's just absorbing. She's just letting you talk and is not really ascribing anything. And she kind of lets you finish, and this one is like, well, magic is a curious thing. It allows you to do what maybe those without magic think is impossible, but you may come to find maybe sometimes that the more you can do, maybe the less you can do. So having more does not necessarily mean more options. And you see her kind of like get lost in a minute and kind of thinks about her own words. And then she kind of looks back down to your paintings like, and by the way, dearie, when you're painting from memory, the details that come through. And she kind of points, it's like, there's no shadows over there. And this is not an angle that a chair would take. So keep the details. And
She's going brutal on you because you already know what you're doing.
I went deep with that shit. And you're gonna. Oh, it's on. You know what? Oh,
she's like, you're already ready for this. I'm gonna crack down on you.
She gives a chuckle. She's like, remember my rule. Be honest.
I was honest. Asuka cannot lie. That's so real fucking. You know what? Fine. She wants to get pranked. She's gonna get pranked. Right? That's target number 2.
Okay. No.
Yep.
Rules might not actually be
Another one on the list. Going for professors now.
I was thinking Dildoro was on the list.
Yep, just paint some
He
cats.
would be on the list, but I'm terrified of him.
Okay, so with this class, let's see. So I'll say,
how does everybody else do?
Well, I was gonna say, if you want to look at everyone else's, let's do another round of rollies. Arenzio, you can roll with advantage because you got the technically best painting so far.
Ooh.
Or actually, I'm sorry, Elsie, you got an 18 with your painting, correct? It wasn't in the chat. I was trying to remember.
I think I only got a 12.
Oh, it was a 12. Oh yeah, that's right. It wasn't super high.
Oh, I also
got You just said it was magical because of my love for my cat.
That's right. Okay.
How's the kitty doing, by the way?
Ooh.
I imagine well.
Yep.
Okay.
Kitty's doing well, but there is a separate section of Hogwarts grounds with Hagrid to take care of pets, as they are seen as a distraction while studying.
Fair.
So you can visit your cat, but will not necessarily be with you all the time.
Don't bullshit her. Just fight cats.
Without advantage, I only got a 3.
3? Okay. Asuka and Arenzio, whenever you're ready.
What was I rolling again?
So it's just
a flat D20.
So I probably should say rollies is just like a roll off to see who can roll the highest on the D20. I probably should have explained that.
Got it.
They see me rolling.
Okay.
They hit me.
How the hell am I supposed to be at 19?
Arenzio, was that at advantage?
No, just a normal roll.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and roll one more time, since you got the best painting.
Is it with advantage or just him?
Just Arenzio. Yeah, it's hard to beat a 19. So, Willow, who are you looking at?
Honestly, I'm curious about Nolan because he's blind, and Willow also just keeps an eye at him because she doesn't want anyone picking on him.
Sure. Okay. Go ahead and make. Actually, no. With a 19, you don't necessarily need to roll this.
Okay.
But you see Nolan about to start painting, but you see someone kind of hovering and like making like seeing what he's doing, and with a 19, you notice that Sally is looking a little bit too intently over what Nolan is doing. And I'll say with a 19, roll. I'll leave the roll up to you. What stat you want to do? Either maybe insight, perception, or investigation to see why exactly she is kind of clued in on Nolan right now.
Investigation.
Okay.
Let me just.
I'll say you can roll it with advantage since your 19 was such a high roll.
Okay. Works for me. Investigation. Advantage. Roll. So that's 22 total.
Perfect. You look and everyone has like their palette of paints, and you do see with that investigation that he has a special kind of palette, and you can see bits of braille kind of on the kind of paints in front of them. And with that braille, you can see that he doesn't necessarily have so much like a palette of colors, but it's more so a plethora of like different textures. But you notice that Sally is snickering because where everyone has their palettes kind of in front with the water off to the side, the palette and the water have been switched for Nolan.
It's like they switched and he's like, is it like he's painting something right now, and just when he goes to touch it, he'll be like, whoops, I'm accidentally in the water when I wanted the palette thing?
Yeah, but like she has kind of swapped the palettes for water, so like is still kind of like feeling the like, so essentially he's not painting, he's just spreading water at this point.
She's gonna go over and give like a hard glare at Sally as she passes, and then be like, she'd like to do it in a quiet way to not embarrass him, but she's just gonna move the palette back towards his hand so he can feel it, you know?
Okay. Yeah, so you
she also says like, hey, so she knows that he knows that she's there.
Yeah. You see him kind of like look, and he's like, oh, hello.
Hey.
Is this Professor? No.
This Willow.
Yes.
Hi.
Oh, Willow. Oh, hello.
I wanted to see what you were making, and she like glares at Sally again.
And it's like, oh. He kind of you seem Chuck is like, oh. Hoped it would be more apparent, but I guess abstract is going to be what we do today. As he's see him kind of chuckle a bit nervously as he's like kind of like feels for like the right texture he wants with the braille, and like goes to dip it. And are you gonna switch it back when he's going for it?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to make sure he's like reaching for the thing he wants to reach for, and he's not being pranked.
Yeah.
Because that's just a dick move to pick on someone who's blind, Sally.
So you go over and after you get done your painting, after making it so that he can actually paint and not just spread water around, you come back later and it's a weird kind of amalgamation of like, it's a very abstract piece with different shapes kind of interjecting, but like a lot of the paints like kind of clumped together. Like it's almost like some of them have like metallic bits in them, that kind of, give a more metallic-y look. Some of them are like this flat matte that just like almost eats the shine. Other of them seem to like shimmer. Like it's a very abstract painting. Make me an insight check.
Okay.
I'll say insight or if you want to use performance as well to try and interpret it, but to try and see what you can take from this piece.
I will do performance because I am very good at performance. Well, I'm usually good at performance, but every time I've rolled performance, I've been rolling really low. But I got a 10.
What to say? So I'll even say you do have expertise, and even with a 10, you've seen abstract work before.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't necessarily like pick out what's it called?
The deeper meaning.
Yeah, sorry. I was just making sure I got some details right for him.
You're good.
But yeah, you don't necessarily pick out any like deeper meaning. What gets you is that like this is a very interesting and intricate way that the textures kind of mold together, and even though they're distinct shapes, they seem to blend together through texture and just like overall, like they blend together while being their own shape, and it's a very strange painting.
I think it's cool. Never seen anything like it before.
He smiles. He's like, well, I'm glad you like it.
Can I know like you can only see it by touching, so can I touch it so I see it like you?
You see, oh yeah, give me one
I
second.
don't know if it's still wet. I don't want to check.
Let me make sure it's dry.
There you go. And she'll like be very gentle.
Yep.
And run her hands over it.
Yeah, it's looking at it is one thing, but feeling it, like you can feel the almost like waves kind of going into the flat sections, and then almost like a gravelly set. Like it's a very like almost no matter which way you guide your fingers, there's like a different texture and like different like melding together. It's very cool.
Nice. It's really cool.
And with that, you hear the ring of the bell, and Nolan kind of jolts. It's like, I will never really get used to that. As he kind of chuckles to himself.
So they had those all the time, and because I went to Muggle school. Yeah, I'm still getting used to saying Muggle. It's like, people school, not magic school. And they had bells like that.
And he's like, well, I mean, I've heard bells before, but I'm not used to the timing.
Randomly.
Normally, I can time it and keep the time in my head so that it's not so jarring, but still getting used to the layout here. Someone should tell those stairs not to move so much. It's very disorienting.
Right? I was like, why do they need to move? Why not just have like multiple stairs?
Yeah. Wizards, am
like
I right?
Like if you fall off those things, you could die.
Yes. Thank you for that. Off to the next class then.
Off to the next class. I actually want to try to slide down those stairs.
Well,
I'll probably
you do
die,
have
though.
fun. Do you seem awkwardly kind of chuckle and take his kind of walking stick and continue down the path?
There we go.
Let's see. Muggle art done. And now it's the end of the day, and you end up back at the Great Hall with everyone sufficiently kind of tired, as it has been a long day. a long day of classes, a long day of shuffling around the building, getting used to the layout, going down alleys that you know you shouldn't or don't know you shouldn't have, but ended up taking the very long way to some of the classes. But it's your first day of Hogwarts complete as you have stuffed duck
Yay.
and mashed potatoes for dinner. All right.
Yep, never had duck before. Pretty good.
All right. So let's go ahead and take 10 real quick
Good idea.
and
Good
go
idea.
hit the bathroom and everything before we
Okay.
start day number 2 and continue the second half of classes.
Nice.
I know Willow
Right.
would definitely sit down with Asuka and be like, "Did you see what Sally did to Nolan? I'm so
Oh, we got breakfast. Don't you worry.
We'll
She would
gossip.
tell her.
Don't
She
worry
would
about
tell her
it.
during dinner.
Yeah.
We'll gossip.
All right. We'll be
We'll plan
right
redemption.
back. Right back in
We'll
10.
plan. All right, bye.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for that tabletop role player in your life? For that podcaster? For that little sister that keeps going on and on about shiny math rocks? Well, look no further. OBP Musical has you covered. Original theme music for your characters, worlds, podcasts, and more. Has your bard written lyrics about a party member's tragic demise? Let us compose to them. Or better yet, let us write those lyrics for you. But the goodness, no, greatness, doesn't stop there. How would you like a cast member of Les Miserables, Disney, or Come From Away to sing your pieces? Oh, you bet you would. Fully orchestrated cinematic pieces. Pieces like this.
Who'd rise to meet the call, who'd fiercely face the danger, be a hero to them all. For the hordes of people
We have 8 vocalists, 7 composers, 2 lyricists, and an admin team ready to take your request. For as low as $60 US, you can get your own musical theme. OBP Musical, making fantasy a reality.
All right. If everyone just lets me know when they're ready, then we can hop back into it.
I'm good.
I'm
I got
here.
Jeez.
All right.
Back.
All right. And Renzio.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. All right. So, with the caveat that we do have some classes to get through, the morning comes, the birds are chirping, nice sunny day out. It's a beautiful, nice fall day, kind of that early September. So, still plenty warm, but that wind will give you a nice breeze when you need it too. Is there anyone wants to kind of catch up with during breakfast?
I know Willow wanted to tell you something about some kind of prank that we want to pull off to a certain someone. That I'm not 100% sure.
All right.
Yeah.
As in, you want to try and pull something now, or this is like something you're building towards?
I say no. I wanna know the details. I just want to know, does she deserve it or not?
Well, and she's like gonna, because like we're at the Gryffindor table, she's gonna whisper to Asuka about everything.
Uh-huh.
I know one of the two Peel twins did it.
Oh,
Well, they're
okay.
triplets. Like, one of the two girls. I don't know if it was Sally or Sam. I keep mixing them up. But they were messing with Nolan, and like Nolan is blind and stuff. That's like not cool. But
Yeah, no, I
before
get
we
that.
do anything, I kind of want to ask Nolan what he wants to do.
Okay. But here's the thing.
Because I didn't really tell him what happened before.
But here's the thing. If we know one of them did it, we can just do the twin thing and get them both and just be fair.
I mean, it's not fair that if we get one of them and one of them didn't do anything.
True, but I'd rather. Okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, we need to find out who did it then.
Yeah, but like, well, first maybe we should ask Nolan if he wants us to do something.
Fine.
I didn't really tell him about like what happened before because I didn't want to embarrass him in front of everybody.
True, but honestly, whether he wants to or not, I say we do it because we need justice.
No, I don't think we need permission though, because like,
It's.
I mean,
justice.
I think in this situation, you're Batman and I'm Robin, because Batman is like, ugh, and I'm just kind of like, yeah.
What do you want for breakfast? Vengeance.
I feel very appreciative. No, I'll take it as a compliment. You call me Batman. So let me put it this way. Yes, I do agree that we need to talk to him. But I would say it's not about asking for permission. It's about telling him that we're going to do something about it because it was not nice. I want to have somebody where I get pranks. That wasn't a prank. That's just being mean.
Yeah, it is just being mean. You're right.
It is just being mean. Like if he was pranked, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But that was just being mean. So I would say, yeah, let's do something. Let's teach him that people should not be mean to one another. You hate somebody, prank them. Throw a glitter bomb in their face. Don't just change the picture just to mess around with them.
Maslows is so boring.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
And they were laughing at him.
Exactly. It's not even fun. If the person doesn't laugh with you, then it's not even fun.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to the Hufflepuff table and ask him. We'll tell him what happened and ask him. Well, we should listen to what he wants us to do. Maybe he wants us to do something more. Maybe, I don't know. I just don't think I don't want to do something if he's just like, he'll get really mad at me if we do it.
All right. Well, let's talk with him.
Let's go. I'm gonna go over to the Hufflepuff table.
Okay. So you go over and and you see kind of a strange kind of sight.
Uh-oh.
as you see Nolan and another girl are like chowing down, and it's Delilah next to him. And while you can see her and Nolan are, well, she's blindfolded and he's just kind of eating. And you see Morgan off to the side, kind of look at everyone. He's like, hey, looking to get in on the action here. We got blind versus the not so blind. Who's got the fastest mouth here? We'll put 3-1
Oh my
odds
gosh, it's
on
like what we were
Nolan.
doing yesterday with glass. I bet. I think Delilah gonna win. Yeah. She's eating faster, I think.
All right, we got, and you see him kind of going through and is taking bets and okay. All right. So you go and look to see them eating, and let's see, what is breakfast for today? Is there
Wait, you even have
it's not actually written
breakfast?
down.
You actually have a written down breakfast table for each week?
For some, there's some like suggested ones that he said, but yeah. So for breakfast, it's kind of this like pretty much full English breakfast. So like there's some beans, there's some toast, there's random like bits of bacon, but like it's really just ham. Like it's a whole kind of thing of a full English breakfast. And you do see Delilah kind of gets to the beans and is like struggling, but Nolan is just like powering through, just eating and eating. And eventually Nolan kind of clears his plate, and you see Delilah after like stops scaring the forks, like, that win? God damn it.
So you gotta eat more beans, Delilah. They're the musical fruit that makes you toot.
I don't do it before 8. Crap. And
that is a good saying.
And then you see Morgan kind of making the rounds around. He's like, all right, come on, pay up. We got payouts here. Not too many. My boy Nolan holding it down.
Yeah, and she like passes over like a couple of little coins. I forgot what they're called.
And did you want to go up to Nolan or?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, you see him
So
kind of
like tap his
there.
shoulder so he knows I'm sitting down.
Yep, and you see him kind of turn. He's like, oh, hello.
Hi, Willow again. So.
Oh, hello, Willow.
Yeah. Like in art class before, I kind of didn't tell you that it was either Sally or Sam. I don't know which one it was. But they like moved your stuff around to mess with you, and that wasn't cool. I didn't want to say in front of everybody because I didn't want to embarrass you.
Oh, like they moved. Okay. Well, I guess everyone's got to have a bit of fun.
Well, it's not fun. That's like mean.
Yeah. No.
It's fun if you're like in on it.
Fun is if I throw a glitter bomb at you and you're aware that I threw a glitter bomb at you. Not fun is using what you can't see. Basically, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. You're blind. You can't see it. It's not fun. That's being mean. If you don't feel it, you don't see it, if you don't smell it, it is not fun. It doesn't affect you immediately. It's not fun. There's a difference between a prank and just being a mean ass. I was being a mean ass. I don't like mean asses. So, Willow, take it away.
We kind of want to get back at whoever did it. We're still figuring that out. But we wanted to ask if you, well, it's like it happened to you. So we wanted to ask what you want us to do, or if you want us to do anything at all, Or if you want to help.
I'll ask the both of you to make an insight check.
Okay.
Insight check? Got it.
Yes.
All right, insight check. Damn, that's actually not bad.
Okay. So Oscar, as
5.
you,
I'm not insightful at all in this moment.
nope, nope. Oscar, as you kind of make your case to Nolan, as soon as you say, like, kind of like say the obvious, like, well, it's because you're blind, you see his face change,
Oh shit.
Oh no.
and his face drops, and it's not so much embarrassment, there's a little bit of anger in there.
Fuck.
And he
Shouldn't have said that.
kind of looks at, or not looks, but kind of turns your way. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Am I supposed to just put some bumpers on and hope that everyone does everything for me and that nothing bad can happen, because the pity party over here is not going to allow someone who can't necessarily see to just get blindsided by life?
What? No. That's no.
You see him kind of you see him catch himself. He's like, I'm sorry. I appreciate it, but I am not someone who needs someone to fight my battles for me.
No,
I was like,
it's
you
not-
wanna
Appreciate
help
you
us?
looking out for the prank, but I do not want to be involved.
Okay. Because I thought maybe you'd want to help or something, or if you had something you wanted, you know.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm gonna now I'm gonna interject, because that actually no, I don't want to. I don't have pity for you. Willow wanted to come here and ask for permission. I didn't. Why? Because there's a difference between being. I know that you said that life blindsided you or that kind of thing, which is kind of ironic. But anyway, here's my take on it. I do not like people being mean just for the act of being mean. That's not life blindsided you. That's people being pricks. There's a very big difference. I just wanted to make that clear, and I'm just gonna walk away. He's like, no, I'm not dealing with this shit.
But yeah,
Okay.
it's, you know, sorry if I didn't do the right thing.
You see Nolan kind of breathe a little and looks and kind of turns when you say that, Willow, and it's like, I appreciate the sentiment, but if you wouldn't have the response from me as it were to any of your other classmates, I would ask that you forget that sometimes I can't exactly look at colors when I paint.
Honestly, it's like if someone was messing with like say like someone put a kick me sign on Morgan's back, right? He doesn't know about it. Everyone's laughing at him about his back. That's mean. I would like want to get back at him for doing that too. You know, it's like it's the same. It's to me that's the same thing. Where it's like if you're making fun of someone and they don't know about it.
You see him just kind of nod. It's like, well, thank you.
But yeah, it's good breakfast. Bye. Enjoy.
So going over to table Ravenclaw, who are you guys plotting to overthrow?
Okay.
You can say I just enjoyed my breakfast and I'm ready for class. That's perfectly all right.
What was the girl? The Dolores. Whatever?
Yes. So, yeah. Did you want to actually go running with Darcy?
Yeah, like, yeah, go running with her. Like, I'm gonna say during the run, we just have like a casual conversation, nothing more than that.
Yeah, sure. Make an athletics check. See how well you can actually talk while not kind of sucking wind too hard.
Okay. No, I can't do that.
Yeah, you're trying, and like it starts out like the first quarter, like you're able to kind of talk and like make idle chit chat. But then when she starts to like really pull ahead and she's pulling back to like let you keep up with her, then like you're really grasping, and then this breakfast, you don't really want to talk to anyone. Like you are calorie depleted at this point.
I pretty much just have two plates right there in front of me, and anybody who touch it, I'm just gonna like, smack their hands away.
Elsie wants to try to make friendly conversation with Billy and Janice. So just like trying to get to know and befriend other Ravenclaws, nothing plotted or anything particular.
Okay. Sure. So you end up having breakfast with Billy and Janice, and you go to sit down and they're already sitting there, and you can see that Janice is kind of sitting there, and she's like, well, I don't understand why we even have an arts class. I mean, what does arts really teach you? I cannot read about it. It makes no sense. I don't understand it. And let's see. It was Billy and it was Billy. That's right.
Yeah.
Just making sure to really show these so we can get. I'm going to say so you can see the picture and associated, but it's also for me as well. But you see Billy kind of, you're like, oh, no, it's kind of fun, isn't it? Just see some pretty colors and make something nice. I thought it was nice. You see, Janice is just like, well, I don't think a failing grade is nice. And if I need to have my skills assessed by whether I can make pretty little pictures, I will not be too happy.
I think Elsie will sit down and say, at least it's more fun than History of Magic.
You see Billy kind of laugh and is like, oh, I thought it was cool to see a ghost, but am I the only one that couldn't stay awake?
Definitely not. I think about half of the room went to sleep.
You see Janice is like, well, I tried to stay awake, and luckily I read ahead to the next few classes, so hopefully I can skip it. I feel like I can read 8 tomes by the time he finishes sentences.
She's going to skip class?
Yeah. I won't skip class, but maybe I can start doing other work in that class and use it as a free period, because I doubt that old ghost is going to say anything too earth-shattering.
Yeah, I agree. I just didn't think it seemed like you, Janice, to skip class. So that makes more sense. Use it to work ahead.
Oh, no, I wouldn't skip class. If I could drop it to take another class, that would be the best. Is there a class that you enjoyed?
So far, I think Transfiguration. What about you, Billy?
You see Billy just kind of shrug. It's like, oh, still getting used to being inside. I'm used to being out, working the fields and playing with the animals, but being here is okay, I guess.
Oh, so are you looking forward to Care of Magical Creatures?
You see immediately her eyes light up. That'd be really fun.
Do we know our class schedule? Would we know if we have that like today or soon?
Yes. If you go to the class schedule, I'll go ahead and paste it here. You should see for your first year what your schedule is looking like. So it is not something that is open to first years, as they're pretty much getting most of the foundations open. But there's some open classes, so you can make your way to the grounds and kind of go after dinner.
Gotcha. Sorry, now I'm just distracted. I didn't realize we had this whole schedule.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not rolling a dice and be like, oh, wonder where we're going now.
No, I assumed you had access.
Structure.
I didn't realize we had access to all of this.
Yeah, it's not so much
Very
a secret, so.
Yeah, well, in that case, I think Elsie would probably start talking about Defense Against the Dark Arts. That sounds cool.
And you you kind of see Janice's eyes just roll over. He's like, more learning about odds and ends that in all sorts of dark, stupid little creatures that we'll never see.
So
And
what
it's also
class?
droll. I don't want to get in there and get.
What class
oh,
do
my
you like,
hands.
Janice?
Well, I do like the history of magic, but I think I don't necessarily know if I have a favorite. I just have a least favorite, and I hate that drawing class.
How do you feel about music?
It's fine if you want to sing a little tune as you're studying, but I dare say that some of the music is not to my taste. Some of the ones that seem to dribble on, I've heard them call it jazz. Makes no sense.
Well then, I guess you'll have another period of classes that you can use to get ahead on your homework.
She kind of gives you a pat on the arm. It's like, well, we better get going. I don't want to be late, and I want to get a seat right up front.
I think Elsie's gonna be like, and try to like let Janice rush ahead and walk with Billy instead.
Yeah. You see Billy kind of chuckle and like pull you back, and he's like, I like the drawings. She says that if I help her draw, she'll do some of my book studying, so I know she's a lot.
I think that sounds like a good deal. Win-win for everyone.
As everyone makes their way to Defense Against the Dark Arts. So let's see. So you in the 5th floor of the Oxford building. So you are getting your steps in today as you go through the winding staircase. They're shifting, and a few of you end up kind of getting a oh, okay, slight. Okay, never mind. Sorry, I was reading this wrong. So you walk up the staircase and exit onto the 5th floor. And on the right, as you enter this kind of long and rectangular room, almost like it's like a long like runway almost. You see all the desks have been kind of pushed to the far walls, and above you there's kind of this moving, kind of shifting illusion of these colorful pictograms depicting magical beasts slowly running wild over the ceiling. There's banners of colorful ribbon arcing across the banisters, and on the walls you can see multiple moving photos, all of the same person, posing alone or with some friends in front of the world monuments and these natural wonders. There's one larger one that shows the same woman laying next to a sleeping dragon and patting its head with kind of giddy amazement. Your classmates fill into the
Dragons are
room.
real?
Yeah. You see that there are a few like of the Muggleborns that are like genuinely shocked by this as well. You and your classmates kind of file in, talking to each other, and on the far side of the room, you see a few of the kind of Hufflepuffs gathered together. When you see that a few of them kind of just duck their heads and kind of recoil a little as the door kind of slams shut. As you see a woman enter. Good morning, class. You all turn to see a smiling woman standing in the kind of doorway, lowering her wand. I am happy to meet you all. I am Professor Rojas. And what you just saw there was a little spell called Bombadara. Do you want to give it a go? And kind of just sees everyone kind
Also,
of
DM, it's Bombarda.
excitedly. Oh, Bombarda, yeah. As everyone kind of gets very excited.
Sorry.
No, I'm gonna need the pronunciations because I'm gonna butcher this shit. As you see, Professor Rojas. Let's see.
These professors
She
all
looks
look like
the star of a
models.
telenovela. I know, right? She looks like the star of a telenovela.
Yeah, she. Yeah, it's the AI kind of all gave them very just kind of glamorized looks.
Very fashion model faces.
Yeah. And she kind of stands in front of all of you as you kind of gather around this kind of long kind of table. She stands there. Bombarda, also called the Explosion Jinx, is a special spell to be used on objects, never other students. Yes? If I hear anyone end up in the hospital wing for unjust spell work, there'll be a month detention. The Explosion Jinx is best.
Nervous at hearing this.
The Explosion Jinx is best used to clear debris or heavy objects from your path. While destructive, the spell has helped me get out of a few tight spots in the past, eh? In this class, we will be learning potentially lethal spells. Although, in this class is control space, no? It is important we set precedents for the way you think about the spells you learn here, yes? Can anyone tell me what the difference is between jinxes, hexes, and curses? And kind of waits. Anyone raising their hand?
Okay.
Yeah, anyone that wants to raise their hand, roll off.
Go ahead, Willow.
Hit a 4.
4. Okay. Are those your legs? Did you want to roll, Oscar? Or?
Sure, I could roll. Just a normal D20, right?
Yep, regular D20. And anyone else that wants to try and answer.
What was it? Roll? Was it just
a roll flat D20? Oh, it's an exclamation point R is what I did.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Oh, you got it.
Not that bad. Could be worse.
I think I'm using the wrong bot. How do you use it with the Mysterium bot?
Just a /R space, and you see like it says expression. You just write like 1d20, 2d6 plus 3, depending on what you want.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
I should probably remember that too. So she looks over to you, Asuka. Yes, my dear.
Yes, Professor. If I am not mistaken, jinxes are made to. I know curses are made to. Let's say deep. I don't want. This is my game.
Actually, here let's have you roll. Roll like you're casting a jinx spell.
Okay. Oh, rolling a casting. Okay. Oh, I'm actually good at this. So how do I do that?
That's a good question. You can use a custom dice if you just want to use your modifier.
Yeah, I don't know what my modifier is.
I don't know if you can.
Is it just a charisma base?
Yeah, it's charisma base, and then whatever your bonus is for jinxes, hexes, and curse.
And my bonus in this case would be +2.
Yeah, so D20 plus 2.
D20 plus 2, got it. All right, so let's do this. So it's /R, 1d20 plus 2. Hey, I got a 6 plus 2, it's an 8. I don't know shit.
Okay.
Just a question for the Jinxes X curses. The +2 is the one we used to learn spells, right? Like the same
Yes.
thing. Got it. Yep. Yes, it is.
Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and continue what you were saying. You're on mute.
I accidentally tabbed. My bad.
Good.
So base that I got an 8. I'm gonna say Jinxes. Jinxes kind of like transform, hexes debuff, curses harm. That would be like the basic.
You see, you kind of give a little smile. You're thinking right. Let me help refine it for you. Maybe polish it a little, eh?
She's nice, like her.
It's all about duration, severity. Jinxes, quick attacks. Hexes, they last. Curses, they can be permanent. Makes sense, no? You'll get the hang of it. And she says, yes. Now, Jinxes are quick and immediate displays of power and control. Hexes create negative effects, temporarily last on your target, yes. And curses, lastly, the spells that create indeterminately long, permanent negative effects. With power come those who want to abuse that power. The next 7 years will help you to have great defense against anyone who may have ill intent. But enough of doom and gloom, no? She kind of waves her wand, and multiple kind of podiums with these kind of marble busts come up from the ceiling and kind of settle right down on the floors below you. Simply point your wand, muster up as much raw feelings as you can muster, and speak, Bombarda! And as she does, like, boom, the bust just explodes. It's like, come now, Bombarda! So everyone, go to the first level spells, or first year spells.
Bombarda is a first year spell?
And I'll put that there.
She did just teach us how to do Bombarda. So yes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so
I'm sure it gets stronger as
everyone
like
can go ahead
more
and
powerful.
try and cast that spell. And yeah, Elsie, as you kind of let your wand out and you speak it, you cast it, the bust just shatters, and you see Janice kind of look over and is a little impressed by how well you're able to really make it explode.
Sorry. Where did I find the spells again?
That is wow.
Yeah. So if you go to your sheet, you'll go to spells and then go to edit, and then you're gonna add the spell in, and then you can try and cast it.
Okay. That is a first year spell. Bombarda. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep.
So it is successfully attempted but failed, successfully researched.
Okay,
Successful
so
cast.
get you to cast it. Yeah, so Arenzio, as you kind of you try, but then you almost feel like the back of your wand kind of catch fire a little, and almost seems to like blow off some of the robe behind you. As you see, Professor Rojas comes up. She's like, "Do you see your wand?" And she's like, "Hey, Dios mío!" And it's like, make sure you point it the right way, yes?
The ideas meal. I love that.
She does know Spanish then.
Yes. Forgive me.
Okay, this might be fun. For
Spanish
my
accent
then.
is, yeah, this. Yeah, it's supposed to be Spanish. I know I'm greatly butchering it, so apologies.
No, it's fine. Yeah, I should not be like it's my native
Honestly, I
language,
understood
so
what
it's
you
like
said.
sounded
I
good.
know, right? Oh, thanks. Yeah, and Willow, you go to cast it, and like you see like on the bust, like the nose kind of chips a little, but like doesn't really fully burst open. And Oscar,
And even if it even at the tiny blast it was, she gets scared and drops her wand. It's like to her it's like someone shooting a gun for the first time. She's terrified.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out how to roll for it.
Also,
if you go to the rolling chat and do
Oh, it's in the rolling chat. Slash spell?
Mm-hmm.
Slash attempt.
/attempt.
Oh, slash attempt. Okay, attempt is
And
bombard.
then you put the name of the spell.
It's going to be bombard. Okay, got it. Oh, look at that!
Hey, there you go. Researched.
What does that mean? Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, no. Let me restart it. Sorry, that was my bad. I accidentally clicked research. Like I saved as research, thinking it was going to be something different. So can I reroll?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and just keep that.
Okay.
As you were, we'll give you advantage since you tried to answer first and
Okay,
put
so
yourself out there. That's fine. Yeah, so
fine?
you cast it and chunks just go flying everywhere. And when she just comes up, bien, well done. What your name, please?
Aska. My name is Aska Pakuchiku.
Aska. Well done. Make sure keep your feet strong, eyes forward, and put those shoulders back, chin up.
Thank you, Professor.
I see you're going to do well. Make sure you're one to watch. Okay, so that is all of our first ones. So let's go with our first successful attempts. So Elsie, which 2 spells would you like to attempt?
Defecto and Infirma Cerebra. Should I just do them in the rolling thread?
Defecto, Infirma Cerebra. Yeah, so you can go ahead and try and attempt them. There you go.
Woo!
On a
3
roll.
for 3.
So you let me just make sure. Yeah, so you look at that first one, Defecto, and like you let it loose, and that marble bust takes force damage and kind of sends chunks flying. I'll say with that high of a roll, is there anyone you'd like to kind of catch in the back blast?
Ooh. From Devicto, let's see, the Stinging Jakes. Ooh. Is everybody here? All 4 houses?
Yeah, yes. All the classes, all your classmates are with you.
Oh my gosh, that's so many people. Okay. I think Janice is a little annoying. So maybe Janice, as long as, yeah, it's not going to seem intentional. So Janice.
Okay. Okay. She looks and she looks over genuinely impressed with you. And she's like, "My dear, that was well done. You have to show me technique. This is not working for me, so please show me what you've done. That was well done."
Does it sting? Did it work?
So it's more so you stung and applied so much force damage to the bust that the marble went flying back.
Nice. Okay. But she's not actually hurt, right?
No.
Good. Okay. And I'll just be like, yeah, we'll have to study together, I guess.
And you see Professor Rojas just kind of come up behind you, and it's just like, "Ay, mommy, she owe you money?"
Does she owe you money? Oh, like, did I do it on purpose?
Hey, it's like you want to shower with marble, eh?
I think Elsie is like going totally red and like, no.
She kind of gives you a wink and is just like, remind me, I'll tell you a story of when I sent backblast so hard, I think I sent it to another country. But 5 points to Ravenclaw. Well done. I see your technique, not your forte. You pick up quick.
Elsie is now beaming.
All right. Let's see. Let's go with the next successful casting. So Asuka, let's get which 2 spells would you like to attempt?
Let me give me 1 second. For my spells, what I would like. They're also level 1s, right?
I don't have the list. Whatever first year spells are.
Yeah,
so
first
that
year
would
spell.
be.
I would like to try.
Yes, it'd be all those cantrips and then a few first levels.
Yeah, so I can only try 2, right? So.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to try Locomotor Wibbly, which is a Jinx, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
And I would like to try Accio.
Okay.
Which is another cantrip from Charms. I don't know if it's possible to have both of them.
No, we have to do defense against dark arts spells and stuff.
Defense against dark arts.
Just Jinx, Hex, and Curse. So you're looking at purple spell cards.
Perfect. Okay. I want to try. Sorry, I'm just reading something real quickly.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are listed under DADA, there is like Curriculum and Spongify are both listed underneath Defense Against the Dark Arts for some reason. So I'm assuming you can do those in this class, even though they're technically charm spells.
Yeah. I know. I think I know which one I'm going to try.
Yeah, so if you scroll up, it says DADA, and all the ones underneath that are ones you can do in this class.
True. That's a good catch.
Yeah.
Yes, just those with DADA, right?
Yeah, so Periculum and Spongify.
Yeah, so I want to try. I'm gonna try. I want to try just. I said Locomotor Wibbly. I'm gonna try Petrificus Totalis. It's a level 1 spell still.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and cast that first one.
Attempt, that would be Locomotor Wibbly. Yay!
There you go.
And attempt. Petrificus. Of course I gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah, you let it go and you see like the bottom of the bust kind of get a little wibbly and then just fall over.
Yeah.
The marble crack a little.
Successful. Number 2. Yeah.
Woo! Affecting Totalis.
That's my level 1 spell.
Where is? There it is. Okay.
There's Locomotor Wibbly.
Okay.
Cantrip. There we go.
I'll say this. With a 20 on that cast, similar to the backblast.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone in the immediate area that you would like to catch with this spell?
Oh my god, the twins, definitely.
Well, one person.
One of the twins. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
What was her name?
Flip a coin.
Sally is the one that you did
Sally.
see. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Sally. I remember.
And the one
I actually remember Sally being
on
mean.
you.
I remember Sally being
Yeah.
mean, so yeah.
Willow like knows their names, but forgets which one is which all the time. So she doesn't know. If you know, awesome. Willow does not.
Yeah, perfectly, exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sally. Just screw Sally.
Yeah, so you let it rip, and like the statue becomes even more statuesque, but then Sally kind of locks up, and like you can see her kind of like panicking, like her eyes, like she's like trying to move but can't move at all. And you see Professor Rojas just kind of chuckle, and he's like, "Hey, señorita, I say on the marble, yes. Your classmate on marble, no?" She kind of gives you a little wink. Well done. 5 points, Gryffindor.
I like this teacher.
I like this teacher as well. She's I like this teacher. To be fair, compared to the history of magic that we had, it's like a low bar.
All right, so let's go with the next highest. So we'll go Willow. What would you like to attempt to cast?
So Willow is desperately looking through this book for a spell that does not hurt anybody, and she's reading these descriptions and progressively getting more and more like, just cringing. And then she comes upon Spongify, and she's gonna try that one because that one seems nice.
Okay, go ahead and attempt the cast.
/ attempt. Sorry, my computer is slow.
Mm-hmm.
Spell fail.
Yeah, so you try and cast Spongify, but it just does not go according to plan. Any other ones?
It makes the ground slightly moist, not squishy.
Yeah, right.
And she's flipping through, figuring out what she could do that isn't like growing someone's teeth or twisting their knee backwards, because this sounds extremely unpleasant for her.
Because she uses her hands for that.
No. She used to, not anymore. But the one that seems, honestly, like Periculum also seems not like it's just shooting lights into the air, so she's gonna try that one.
Okay. Let's see what we get.
Yeah, sorry, it's a little slow.
No worries. And Lorenzio, you're on deck, so start thinking of them spells.
Think of the spell.
I already have them.
Perfect.
Nice. Ha! -2.
Yeah. Yeah, you try you try, and it just like you're catching sparks in your face, like it's just the sparks are just like completely backfiring, and like your face starts to get like the like scorch marks as you're just like getting engulfed by these, before Professor Rojas just kind of like gets like a fire extinguisher from the tip of her wand and kind of just puts you out.
Sprays me with water.
Yeah, it's like, it's not your day. No.
She's gonna whisper to her wand, "Are you mad at me because I dropped you? I'm sorry."
You somehow feel a wand give you the cold shoulder. Orenzio, what you got?
Forgive me from butchering this, but Proficio Tolas or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Then I think it's gonna work.
There's like a moment where you're looking at the marble statue that like has like its shoulders out like that, and like you see the cracks start to form on the marble, like it wants to contract, and finally it squeezes together. As you get a successful casting.
And the next one is flipping flipendo.
Flipendo?
Flipendo. I'm trying to say it in Spanish, sorry.
Trust me, I can never get on anyone about pronunciation, so.
My success.
Ooh,
it's
there
my
you
lucky
go.
day.
Okay. There it is.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so you kind of take that structure that's like kind of like bound together, and you just like slam this marble to the ground, and almost like water being slammed on the ground, it just like spread out. This marble just scatters. As you see Professor Rojas just kind of nod her head. Hey, well done, mijo. Well done.
I guess bombs
And
are just not my thing.
as you kind of hear the bell ring again, she's like, "Hi," and you see her kind of waving her wand, and the marble kind of reassembling itself. I remember, in class only. Do not let me see you smashing marble outside these halls. Yes. As we begin to make our way, sorry, we're gonna not speed run this, but we got some classes to go before we wrap for today. So now we are going to make our way to the grounds where we're going to go to herbology. You head to the greenhouse. Inside the leafy interior, you see Professor Sprout has gathered the students together around a small flower. Let me go ahead and get her out here.
Oh yeah, do we know what grades we're getting into classes as we do?
As they're happening, no, I am keeping track.
Nice.
But I'll be
How do grades
discussing
work?
grades.
It's based on what we roll.
Yes, it's a combination of what you roll if you answer well, and kind of just your performance in the class. So, I don't know. Where did I put her?
Where did you go? That's
Let's just look for. There we go,
there
Professor Sprout. There you are. Professor Sprout has gathered the students together around a small flower. I see most of you have found the greenhouse all right. It seems a few students are late, however. No matter. Today we are going to be searching the grounds for asphodel. So I do hope you all brought your overalls and gloves. No, Miss Moreno. Slacks alone won't do. You'll have to go back and change. And you see Taylor in the back kind of like sigh and kind of heads out to change. As for the rest of you, you will all be searching the grounds for this flower. She shows you all a small white flower with little petals that kind of point out like blades. Asphodel, also called royal staff, is a these are quotes, sorry. Is a curious little plant that grows naturally on school grounds, and it has many uses in both medicinal and potion making. Particularly enjoys growing in shady, dry patches of earth. It can be difficult to grow artificially. But that's something for 7th year. As for you all, your assignment today is to go out and find your own from the grounds. Now, picking it won't be enough. Watch carefully. She says as she kind of pours out a small watering can. Give it a little water to loosen up the dry soil, and she kind of plunges a few fingers into the soil around the base of the stem. and kind of gives the flower a tug, kind of expertly separating the flower and the root from the soil without so much of a blemish. The roots are especially what we need, and due to their nature, the poor things can easily depreciate themselves when disturbed. So you need to take care. Professor Slughorn has requested the flower from each of you for your first class, so you best find one before third period. Unless there are any questions, everyone head out and find those flowers.
Okay. Professor?
So,
Question!
we're gonna go flower hunting.
Oh, good question.
Yes.
Oh, question, dear?
Can we be in teams? So we can, I don't know, have two minds searching, or 2, 3, 4, or 5 minds searching for the same flower.
You can work together, work apart. You can work however you'd want, as long as you bring a flower to potions. Professor Slughorn does not necessarily love excuses. Or
Cool.
Professor Rojas, I guess. All right. So you are free to explore the grounds and try and find it.
Yeah.
I will say, since now we're starting to collect some spells, if you have spells that might assist you, if you would like to use equipment that you may have, I'll say, like, at a base, we're going to make a herbology check. If you have spells or equipment that might help you search for this flower, you can absolutely let me know and it'll affect your roll. But I don't want you to necessarily think that this is just like a, hunt in the dark. If you have magic, this is the place to use it.
Good job.
This place being Hogwarts.
Ravenclaws have Rowena's library, which means we can easily research a desired topic. Could we research this?
I'll say that this is more of like, this is a lab and less so a like, you're not like, you look around the green hall and like there's no books anywhere. So researching it would be hard. I'd say that'd be something to do during like downtime or something, or maybe like at the end of the day. For this class, I'd probably say no.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, plus, I don't think there'd be any writing about the flowers in this specific location on campus.
Yeah.
Well, but it might say things like
Never know.
grows where it's dark and wet or something like that. That would give a
She
clue.
did mention that it grows in dry patches with shade.
Oh, the willow tree. Oh, wait, no, I should know that.
Yep. So, if anyone has a spell or any item that they would like to use to assist them, absolutely let me know. Otherwise, let's get an herbology check.
No, Professor Sprout mentioned like we could work however we wanted. Is there anyone that's working alone? And Willow would like invite to come along with them so they're not alone.
I want to come with you.
Sure.
You wanna come with me?
Yeah, I'll work with you. Or I'll work with Scarlet or my client.
Okay.
My client will pay me.
If you two want to work together, you can absolutely do that, and we'll consider it the help action. So one of you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. I also would like to see if there are any NPCs that are just, like, because Willow is very much like helping the outcasts type person. So if there's someone like alone and maybe like seems lonely, she would invite them to join us.
We'll circle back to that. Orenzio, are you going to be teaming up with anyone, or are you just kind of going to head out and do some picking? What you thinking here?
I'm going to go alone at this.
Okay, perfect.
You said herbology, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And then Asuka, I have +4 in my herbology. Do you want to help me, or do you want me to help you?
I want to help you. I got +1.
I think if they're
I will
around,
roll with advantage.
I think Elsie would want to go with the other Ravenclaw girls again if they're around.
Okay.
I got a 23. I got a 19 and a natural 1.
There you go. So Elsie, you perfect. You look around and try and find your Ravenclaw girlies, and they start kind of wandering around. But you look over and see Drusilla has already started to make like you can see she is going directly for something, like she's making a beeline for something. Excuse me.
So can I follow her?
Sure. Yeah, so you follow Drusilla, and she kind of turns around sharply as you kind of approach her, and she's like, "Can I help you?"
Can we work together on this assignment? I don't even know where to start, and you look like you know what you're doing.
She kind of takes a minute and looks you over. You're the one who wanted to go to Slytherin, correct?
I thought I would be in Slytherin. Yes.
She kind of gives a bit of a smile. Good. I was hoping you wouldn't be a dull Ravenclaw stereotype. Grown them to be quite dull. Come with me. And she guides you to a kind of more secluded area. And kind of goes in the dark and smiles, and she reaches down and kind of points to the flowers there and says, "This is one of the better spots to hang out. I dare say it's... What do you think of it?"
Wait, where did you say we are?
So, yeah, sorry. So she takes you on a little while and walks the grounds, but she takes you to like almost like a shaded overpass of like it's almost near the water where the long kind of bridge creates this natural shadow.
Oh. How did you
And
know? Oh,
Oh, sorry, keep going.
I was going to ask her how she knew to come here.
Call it a natural intuition, but sometimes I grow a little bored of reading, and, well, quite honestly, the Ravenclaw house can be a little dull, and I need to get out every once in a while.
I understand. The grounds are beautiful. It's awesome that you've found this spot. And I think Elsie is going to pick multiple flowers, not just one.
Okay. So we'll say with that 11 herbology check, you are able to find it with Drusilla's help. Whoops, sorry. But picking it is a little bit of a different story. It's definitely kind of been a little battered.
Okay.
And let's see. Yeah, Willow with a 23. Yeah, you have no problem finding a nice shaded section where there are multiple flowers ready to be picked, and with a 23 you're able to get enough for you and Oscar, no problem.
As I did, was there anybody alone that I could invite with us?
I'll say with a 23, with
I
that
was
good
just
of a
wondering because,
roll,
like, if anyone was like off by themselves, we'd be like, "You want to join us, lonely friend? Come join us," you know.
yeah, I'll say one of your housemates, Logan, is kind of bumbling around and is, looking around but not necessarily finding much before he meets up.
Hey, Logan.
He's
join us.
He's like, "All right, let's go." Did you end up finding anything?
Well, see, Darcy told me about the Quidditch pitch and how it has like these huge walls, right? And what I remember from the baseball field near my hometown, it's that it was always really dry, right? So I'm thinking they'll probably be over there, right? Because the walls will make the shade, and then because I don't know, because it's a sports field, it'll be dry. I don't know, let's try it.
I mean, okay, this is just me saying, but I know what you're saying. I know you're not wrong about that. But will it be dry if the people are always on brooms in the air? Like they're not actually like kicking dirt all the way around?
That's true. Like I said, we could try it and look somewhere else if it doesn't work.
Oh, that's true. Okay, let's go to Quidditch. I think we go Quidditch first. Let's see.
Quidditch, bitch.
Let's go Quidditch.
You seem kind of chuckling. Yep. Leave it to the ladies to find the flowers, right?
Yeah. It's like, how's it been going for you? I don't know. I know we haven't really caught up much since like we first got sorted and stuff.
It's going all right. It's not too bad. It's nice to get a break from my sisters and kind of get away from them, but
Yeah.
it's not so bad.
I'm guessing you missed them.
Do I miss? Oh, it's hard to miss them. You know, they're everywhere. But it's all right. You know, there's plenty of people to meet. I'm having a good time.
Well, that's awesome. I'm glad.
Yeah. If you ever want to hang out, just let me know.
So sorry, what was that?
He's like, "You're right, Les.
No. Repeat that, Willow. What was that? You will let.
If you ever wanted to hang out, just let me know. Because
No.
by himself.
Let. Come on, it's another word. It's a plural word that we can use. Let.
Oh, us.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry, I'm not used to having friends.
Yeah, but now you have one, so it's awesome.
You see Logan kind of look a little confused and motion over. She's a proper one, isn't she? As you go to pick your flowers. Okay, so now.
Does anyone know Augmenti? She's trying to dig it out with her big hands.
Actually, funnily enough, wait, give me one. I did see.
Well, you can move on. DM is like one of us knows Augmenti in his big hand, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, with the 23, you're able to pick it out, no problem. But
okay, perfect.
Arenzio and Elsie, you're able to find it, but not exactly the cleanest removal, so it's a little tarnished. So, you kind of break as soon as you all find your flowers. It's kind of a loose dismissal, so you get an early start on lunch before you head to your next class with Professor Slughorn in potions. Let's bring up his pretty mug. Let's see. There we go. Professor Slughorn. As you start from the entrance hall, journey kind of takes you down a thin staircase and beckons you into the depths of the Hogwarts dungeons. The light kind of gradually wanes as you descend through these staircases, replaced with the kind of flickers of torches on the walls, chill in the air, and just gives you this eerie entrance to this kind of subterranean world. Reaching the entrance of the dungeon, another set of stairs continue down into the unknown, leading you through a long kind of curved hallway. The walls here are kind of damp, aged, and the path kind of winds deeply, guiding you further into the depths of the castle. Eventually, the hallway reaches this T intersection, and turn right, furthering your journey through the northern dungeons. And the atmosphere grows dense, almost humid, as you approach the potions classroom. The sense of herbs and alchemical concoctions kind of tease your senses. The potions classroom itself is a wonder to behold. There's wooden tables adorned with cauldrons. The vials kind of stretch across the room, surrounded by shelves packed with ingredients, both common and, for those of you that know, some rather uncommon ingredients. At the helm of this magical haven stands Professor Slughorn, kind of a portly man with a rosy complexion and eyes that kind of sparkle with wisdom and a kind of odd youthful energy, kind of despite his old age. Clad in fine robes, his presence kind of radiates warmth and charisma. His movements are cheery as he kind of turns towards the kind of entering students. He kind of looks and says, come in, and take any seats. You may address me as Professor Slughorn. I do hope you've all brought your asphodel roots for class today. We're going to be making something that will truly show the merit of every worthy witch and wizard in this room. Now, might anyone know the purpose of the Wiggenweld potion? Anyone? He kind of looks for anyone. Rollies for the answers. Willow's got her hand up, and anyone else who wants to chime
Can we
in.
just roll a d20?
Yep, roll a d20.
Okay.
Okay. So, first up, Elsie. She looks at you. It's like, yeah. There he looks like, hey, yes, dear.
Do I roll a potion making check?
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Yeah.
We're rolling
Yeah, so,
flat d20 to see who he calls
oh.
on, I think.
Also, Willow just beat me in the flat
Oh,
d20.
there it goes. Sorry, I forgot you were running a little slow there. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Willow. So yes, dear. Big one.
Um,
And
I
a
think it
potion
makes
making.
wigs.
If you want to roll potion making for me real quick.
No, I think she would just say, I think it makes wigs. She doesn't know.
Yeah, she looks like, oh, he kind of gets the chocolate. It's like, if I had that recipe, maybe I would use it on myself. There, it's not this one. And looks over to Elsie. Yes, yeah.
Hmm.
19.
Roll potion making.
That was a
19.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Check your DMs real quick.
Ooh.
So if you do get a correct answer, I'll actually give you the answer.
Secret
Yes.
message.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should know this in real life. Okay. Elsie
Yes,
says,
I won't just be like, "Yep, you rolled right, so you got it right." I'll let you actually answer it.
Elsie says that this is a healing potion and that it wakes victims from magically induced sleep.
Oh yes, very very well done. What name, madam?
Elsie Scarlet.
Oh, Elsie. Keep my eye on you. It's 5 for Ravenclaw, and no one's surprised there. It always seems to be the first.
What do these points even mean? She'll like whisper to whoever's next to her.
And let's see. Yeah, so it is a great potion to have in a pinch. Should anyone, fall unconscious, you may simply apply a drop of the Wiggenweld to the lips and have them shoot right out of their stupor. You will be dividing yourselves into threes. Some are fours. That's perfectly fine. And follow the instructions on page 216 of the magical drafts. And potions by Arsenius Jigga. I actually had the pleasure of meeting his son, Lorenus Jigga. Every bit of the visionary of his father, although we don't really work well together anymore. And we just get a few extra ingredients when I visit the slug and sugar and Diagon. Well. Anywho, go along. Pay together and let's see how you do.
Okay. Since this is, if I remember correctly, this is the last class before we end the session, right?
No.
Okay, no. Okay, fine. So, in that
I'm
case,
gonna look around and see who is also just looking for a partner.
So we have two fun ones. So I'd recommend keeping the role play short on this one. So.
Oh, that's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I'll probably grab Billy because I know Billy's kind of shy and probably wouldn't be asking
before you do,
Asuka. Because Asuka, I know Asuka's like we're friends, and like she's automatically assuming we're in a group.
Before you do, I actually wanted all four to be this class together. I got my client's friend, you and me, just quickly.
Okay.
Outright. See who has the best, and see what happens. I don't know if you guys agree.
I pretty much just look at Asuka and like, you're claiming me already.
No, I'm gonna keep it close.
Are you guys okay with being in a group with us? I know it's I'm not that good at this. I don't think it seems complicated. Like I'm reading through the instructions and it's like stir 3 times clockwise. I'm like, why does that matter? Why don't you just stir it?
All right. So with the 4 of you together, we'll leave it to the group. Would someone like to I'll say you have 4 ingredients. You can divide it however you'd like. You can have one person make the rolls. You can swap out however you would like to do the rolls.
I think each of us should make 1 roll.
2 good and 2 slightly bruised ingredients.
Okay.
I feel like we should have people give the help action. So I don't know if that means some people have to let other people do more rolling.
Absolutely, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking.
So it'll be
the 2 highest that have the modifier. Those are the main ones. The other 2 just do the help action, so you get the advantage every single time.
Also, just for story, Elsie was looking over at her Ravenclaw girlies again, especially Drusilla, since Drusilla knew about this flower, but she's just too shy to speak up and went along with it and was like, okay, I guess I'm in this group. But yeah, Elsie is pretty good at potion making. I think she would probably want to do some stuff.
Okay.
Asuka
is not that good. Right. I have a
Willow
+2.
would probably she wouldn't understand the rules of like why it has to be so specific, and she'd let someone else take a lead.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a +3 on that.
+3. Elsie, how much you have?
Okay.
Also +3.
Okay, so you 2 are going to be the main ones.
I have +1.
Yeah, so me and Willow are going to be the helpers.
The Ravenclaws will do the obsessively careful stirring.
Yeah, and the Gryffindors are going to cheer.
Appropriate.
Okay,
right.
so are we each rolling twice with advantage?
Yes.
Yes.
I'll say each of you just roll with advantage once.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes overall.
Yes.
Ooh.
Woo!
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a 19 and a nat 1. So the 19 plus 3 is 22.
Okay, perfect. And then
that one would have been Willow, but you were like, no, bad.
All right. So I'll say that taking the kind of bruised root that you got and mixing it with like the very well plucked roots that you were able to get, the 2 of you were able to really extract a lot of kind of raw materials from those roots, and you were able to only really use the bruised one as like sort of like filling to help like fill out the rest of the potion. So it's a very kind of well-made potion, and each of you can add the Wiggenwald potion of exactly how it is written in the handbook. So it's in a regular quality. So it's just as intended. Well done.
Nice.
You said we can dull potion?
Yeah, so you were able to
Wiggenwald.
well, I should say you crafted 4. If your potion brewers want to distribute them, that's up to them.
Do you?
Okay, that's-
Like, if you don't distribute it, I'm fine crossing it off.
I'm fine crossing it off too. If you guys want to keep it, I'm fine crossing it off.
I think we can each have one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
DM, I have a quick thing I want to do. Professor Slughorn mentioned wanting hair, and I happen to have a cantrip that styles hair, but she kind of wants to prank him, and so she's going to try and cast it on him secretly, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yes! Absolutely fucking yes! Yes! I think.
So-
wait. I think this is the first prank in this campaign.
So go ahead and try and roll to cast it.
Fully cast it. All right. I got Crenus Muto. So I think I need to attempt it again, don't I?
Yes, you do need to attempt it because it's not exactly locked in yet.
It's not locked in, so.
Okay. First of drums. First of drums. Yes! Okay. That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah.
So
And then stealth to make sure he doesn't see that I cast it.
yeah, so now it's going to be a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand.
I'll
that makes
say
sense.
that was 17's a pretty high roll, so it won't be a disadvantage. So just a sleight of hand.
Regular sleight of hand.
Yep.
I'm really bad at sleight of hand, but let's try it. 2. I'm getting tension.
Yeah.
I will say
yes.
I style his hair really bushy and almost kind of like a pompadour.
So you go and you're kind of like crafting it, and like as you're like casting it, you're almost like using your wand to like comb it and like really brush it through, and like you are thinking to yourself, he can't see me, as like this big girl's just like doing this, and he's looking directly at you, and he's like, I do appreciate it, but this all the magic in the world cannot necessarily fix my genes. So my time in the Shiny Dome Club is very much here, but I do appreciate it.
Toupee can fix that.
Eh, I'd like to embrace my age and show the multitudes of years I've been here, the faces I've seen, the places I've traveled, the stories I've crafted, the names that I know, and the names that know me.
She nods like she understands, but she does not understand.
And then you hear a sharp bell, and it's time for the next class.
Oh my
As
god,
you
the teachers
go-
are so chill here. I thought I was gonna get detention.
Well, you did roll high, so it was a good cast of it. So he appreciated a good updo. So now we, as you go, you exit the northern courtyard. You pass a group of 6 years kind of chatting in the hallway, passing ghoul swords up, and you head into the charms classroom. Inside, you find a long rectangular room with these kind of raised bleachers on each side of the wall. To your left, at the end, a pulpit has been made out of piled up books standing atop it. You look up to most of the class, Professor Flitwick, who you have met previously. Professor Flitwick, standing up on the books. standing atop it and looking up to most of the class, Professor Whitlick notices you. Says, "Had some trouble finding a way. Not to worry. There's seats ready for you right there. Now, where was I? Yes, our first charm, Lumos." Flitwick says as he kind of like raises his wand in the air, and a small bead of white light kind of gathers at the tip of it. Charms are sometimes looked down upon in academic circles as simple tricks, but I would propose that they are the backbone of our society. Charms build and repair, change and distort. They create new and wonderful effects that our everyday life makes easier. Lumos is a simple spell and yet a useful one in dark places. Or late at night reading. No? All right. Well, it seems my wand won't unlight. Well, damn it. What might be a counter charm for this is a little trick. Anyone, very good, knocks. And then the light kind of, goes off. With charms, hand movements is key. And in a moment, we will be trying it ourselves. Now, watch closely. It is simple closed loop. It comes in one end, bends upward, goes out the other. Lumos. Now you try. So, we're going to do a little bit more of spell learning. Everyone is going to learn Lumos and then look on the charms. And we're going to learn 2 other charms. So everyone go ahead and attempt Lumos and get your 2 other ones that you want ready.
It's Lumos Nox or Lumos Maxima? I'm guessing Lumos Nox, right?
Yeah, Lumos Nox.
Lumos Nox. Got it. Yoo-hoo!
All right.
So Lumos Nox.
So it looks
Yeah,
like
bad.
yep, Elsie and Willow able to get the movements, and it looks great. You got this nice bright light at the end. Asuka and Arenz. So both of you go, and like you almost see like your fingertips start to light up, and it is just not working out. So, let's see. Let's start with Elsie rolling the best there. What would you like to learn for your spells?
Okay, so we can do cantrips or level 1. Right.
Whatever is on the charms first year is what you can do.
Oh, okay.
Just start perusing that list as well. Start thinking about what you want. Let me know when you're ready, Elsie.
Sorry, there's a lot of these.
We can circle back if you want. Willow, you
yeah, if someone
have an
else
idea?
is ready.
I do have 2 I would like to do.
Perfect.
So the first one I would like to try is Coloraria. I could change the color of
Coloraria,
things if
right.
I do this correctly. Let's give it a shot.
All right. Let's see how it goes. And what's the second one you want to cast as well? Oh, yeah.
I failed that one. I got a -2.
Yeah, your kind of red Gryffindor starts to turn into green, and you're not sure why as it backfires. Second spell?
inner thoughts. She's like, I was supposed to be in Slytherin, and I'm afraid I'm in trouble. I do have a thing as an intellect caster, if I remember correctly, where I can check my notes, or once a day I can re-roll one of these.
Okay, you want to use
really
that
bad at
for?
Color Warrior, so I would like to try again.
All right, go for it.
Oh, not one.
The green just starts to like glow with this luminescence. Like it is not going well. Spell number
Her
2.
anxiety is taking over. Spell number 2, Defindo. She likes to sew, so being able to cut things with magic scissors sounds very useful. Nope. Spell. Defindo. Oh, there we go. 6. She's not very good at charms class.
Get a bunch of little tiny paper cuts on your palm. Doesn't work out.
How? She takes out her pack of bandages and starts putting them on.
Elsie, you got a
Yes.
picture what you want? All right.
I'm ready now.
What you got?
Alohomora, which failed. And then Illegibilis, which also fails.
Okay, yeah, it's not looking great. Charms, this is more of a potions crew and less of a charms crew. But let's now circle back to let's see. Oscar was next lowest with 5. So 2 spells you got.
Oh, mine are simple and are very fucking classic. It's gonna be Alohomora.
Okay.
Write this right. Alohomora. Mora. There you go. I failed.
Ooh.
That's what's going on with us.
Yeah, you cast it on this lock and you see the lock wiggling, but just does not click open.
And okay. DM, I'm gonna let you choose heads or tails.
Tails.
Got it. It's / attempt. Look at that.
There you go. Axio.
So it's gonna be Alohomora attempt but failed, and Accio successfully first cast.
Yep. Yeah. So you cast Axio, and that lock that you were trying to unlock just kind of flies to your hand.
Yeah.
And the last up, we got Orenzio.
Okay.
As you see, like Professor Flitwick is just kind of shaking his head in the corner. It's like, it's the backbone. It's important. Please learn this. Please, someone cast a spell.
Please learn this.
All right, what you got?
Axio for the first one.
Okay.
I will say it is Accio.
Hey, Accio.
Accio.
Here we go. Yep. Yeah. So you cast it. It comes right to your hand. Well done.
And the other one is going to be the Defendo. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
Yes, it's Defendo.
Oh, both 6.
Okay.
At least somewhat that good.
Yeah, so you
I think we just got a charms master.
Yeah, you start to cast, and you see that currently Professor Flitwick is just like using this like cloth to like hide his face and like kind of just look ashamed. It's like, oh, it's gonna be another long year. And then it's just the cloth is cut right in front of his eyes, and he just looks up to you. Yes, Thank you. My hope is restored.
I love that.
I pretty much look at him. I did not mean to point at you. I meant to point at that.
Oh, of course. You were you thinking of pointing it at me?
No, I was pointing at the other thing.
Yes, yes, of course you are. Oh, and he kind of hears the door. So, well, okay, well, good job, everyone. Please try. Remember, it's wrist movements and attention to detail. Oh, we'll try it next time.
Hey Renzo, can you help me with that later? That was really good.
Yeah, I can help you with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, did you mean to do Defodio or Defindo?
I think it's just Defindo.
Because in the rolling, it's a different one. So just like for bookkeeping purposes, it'll add the different one to your website.
Oh, so you cast Defodio in the roller thing, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So you might want to go back and just manually make sure you add it and say that you cast it successfully.
Yeah, okay.
But
yeah,
you
Defindo with
the
DIFF is the one that does the cut thing.
Yeah.
It's a charms thing. Even the hand movement, the spelling, it's very precise.
Mm-hmm.
But now we're going to go to a highly requested class as we all make our way outside. And outside, the flying lessons are about to begin. On the outskirts of the training grounds, Madam Hooch approaches the class. Let's go ahead and find her. There she is, Madam Hooch. As she kind of, you see, Madam Hooch approaches the class. I have no funny business with brooms, no smacking, poking, fencing, or pretending it's a regular broom. Mr. Morgan. Firstly, we will test your command of the aerial tool. Place your hand above the shaft of your broom with the palm facing the dirt and speak the command word up.
Oh my god, yes. Yes, fucking yes.
Go ahead.
I'm going to poke Morgan because she said specifically not to poke people. I'm like, haha.
So I'll say up.
Up. I don't
Up.
know what to roll.
And just like that, so the broom zooms upward onto each of your hands with ease. And this is lesson 1. You are not able to command your broom up to the ground. You will not be able to command it in the sky. You must be controlled in your emotions, single-minded in and go up. And Arnesia gets it first try. And it's absolutely Miss Green 5 points to Slytherin.
Ooh.
And let's all get wisdom checks, please.
Wisdom check.
Flat wisdom.
And this is wisdom to get the broom off the ground.
It's not that bad. Yeah, bitch.
Here we go. Who's gonna be taking off?
I'm gonna be flying out of here.
10.
Okay. So Oscar, the excitement is brimming, and like you almost like get a few feet off the ground with how high your broom goes when you say up. And Orenzio goes straight to your hand. And it just feels nice and solid there. And Elsie and Willow, you're like it's like kind of wiggling on the ground and not exactly working out too well. And you keep trying. You're trying to
Come
command
on, you can do it.
And Madam Hooch kind of looks back out. God. Now that a few of you have conjured your brooms, you may now straddle it between your legs, like how one rides a horse. Be sure not to sit too high up on the shaft, lest you will spiral out of control. Gripping the shaft with 2 hands, your broom will lift to the sky. When you rise up, it will have you sit patiently on your broomstick. Try to hold your position for at least 30 seconds before descending vertically back to the ground. Ready? And you see that Janice is one of the only ones to really get her broom off the ground, or sorry, is the only one who can't get it off the ground, and she's kind of like really, you can see she's getting pretty frustrated, and she kind of looks just like, I need to go to the bathroom. I can't do this right now. And Madam Hooch, yes, go. And the rest of you have your broomsticks. And I would like a acrobatics check, please.
God damn it. Oh!
Damn
Actually,
it.
not bad.
Acrobatics.
Mm,
Oh shit.
Okay. So,
well, I know I don't know Janice that well, but she sees her run off to the bathroom, and I kind of want to go check on her.
God. So, Arenzio, you you start to take off, and and you feel like you're like trying to stay stable, and you get too nervous, and you're way too high up, to the point where like you like kind of, it's like stitter forward, back forward, until you just straight up nosedive, and the front of your broom goes straight into the ground, and you just face plant hard.
Are you
All the guys
okay?
are like, ooh.
I'm pretty much just gonna reach out my hand like I'm good.
Like Willow
just
was
fall
about to
straight.
follow Janice because she
Yeah.
was concerned, but then she sees Lorenzo face plant and is like going over and be like, "Oh, geez," and she's gonna try and help him up.
Yep. Meanwhile, yeah, Elsie and Willow, you're like struggling to really, like, you like hover off the ground for like 2 or 3 seconds at a time, but kind of go back to the ground. Along with a few others are like kind of generally struggling to kind of stay off the ground. But Oscar, you are in the air. You're feeling good. This is feeling nice and good.
Don't worry. Be happy.
All right. So
She would tell Darcy, like, I was hoping to get the hang of this broom thing so I could play the Quidditch you're talking about because it sounded really fun.
all right. Sorry, who are you saying that to?
Because Darcy was talking about playing Quidditch.
Darcy is doing very good. Yeah. Go ahead. I'll say for Oscar, you can make a perception check. I'll say with advantage
Ooh.
because you're sitting up there pretty good.
comfortably?
So you're sitting there
Perception with
good.
Advantage. I got a 19.
Okay. So you see Delilah is like trying to watch Madam Hooch to see like, is she looking or can I take off? Like you can see like, if this had an engine, she'd be revving it. Let's see. You see, it's funny. You see Gemma kind of hovering. We'll go with the students so you can get visuals. You see Gemma is kind of hovering and almost looks like effortless, but like it's like she kind of just seems like over it. Like this is just like she's done this before.
Okay.
And the only other ones that you see, let me see. You see Sally's sister, Sadie. She's up there and she's almost like juggling.
Real quick, DM.
Oh no, wait, no,
It's
sorry, that's not.
Sally and Sam. Sadie is Professor Milne's daughter.
That's right. I
You're good. You're good.
hate all these S
I
names.
mixed them up too the first time because like they all have S names.
Yeah, and like there's, I'll say with that perception check,
Mhm.
you can see that there's a familiarity that Sadie has with this broom. Like this like it's a, like her and Gemma are two sides of the coin of I've done this before.
So both of them kind of like they're familiar with how a broom works.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, so there's not only one that actually likes Quidditch, or at least is good with a broom.
Yeah,
Good with the broom,
you
yeah.
see some naturals already.
More like that. All right.
What?
I know Willow would
Perfect.
probably ask Darcy if she can help her learn the broom later because she really wanted to play Quidditch. Because Darcy was getting so excited talking about it earlier. Now Willow really wants to try it, but she's not doing great on the broom.
You see Darcy. Darcy is very much well, actually I should say, as soon as it gets done, Darcy kind of goes over to you, Arenzio, and is like trying to help you up, feeling a little bad. And it's like trying to help dust off your cloak and kind of pick you up. It's like, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm just new to this.
Do you want to go to the healer? I think we have some time after this. I can escort you if you want.
No, nothing really. This is just a little scruff. That's it.
Okay. Well, hopefully you didn't twist a leg because you need to keep running if you're going to pick up. And I'm already slowing down so much. She kind of gives you a little wink.
Okay, yeah. I'm only slow when I talk, not when I'm just running. Like I'm making it. I'm trying to prove a point there.
All right. So,
Oh, you guys are friends. It's so cute.
Any last minute things anyone wants to do before we wrap for the day?
Does Janice come out from the bathroom?
No, you do not see Janice come back out.
Yeah, if she's gone for that long, I think Willow would want to go check on her.
Okay. So
she doesn't know her very well, but she's definitely felt that like I am humiliated and want to hide in the bathroom moment. So.
Yeah. Oscar, you said you wanted to do something?
I kind of want to try and sound really dumb, but I want to incite the people who know how to fly a broom into like trying something more damning, if that makes any sense. Nothing outright dangerous, but more acrobatic. Like
sure.
I want them to show their skills, like provoke them to show their skills.
Sure. So the minute you like 30 seconds are up and you start concocting this plan,
flip.
You see Madame Hooch kind of take her wand out and kind of like start one by one forcefully moving the
damn!
It's like, not my first time with first years. I know that look. Oscar, down. Save it for the Quidditch field. Quidditch tryouts will be later this year. You have plenty of time then.
Fine.
Let's see. And Elsie, anything you want to do last minute before we wrap for the day?
No, I don't think so.
Cool. All right, so Willow, you head to the bathrooms to try and track down Janice.
Elsie, did you want to come check on Janice with me? Because I know like Elsie and Janice are closer friends. If you don't want to,
Elsie
that's
would
fine. I just
not
wanted to
go
check.
of her own volition, but if Willow asked her to, she would go with.
Honestly, Willow probably would ask because she probably would have seen them talking and knows, like, I'm concerned about this person, but I'm aware we don't talk, and I don't want to weird her out because I'm a weird person.
In that case, then sure, Elsie would come.
Yeah, because, she doesn't want to make Janice uncomfortable.
Okay, to the bathroom.
To the bathroom.
Yep. So you all go to the bathroom, and you do find Janice by kind of the sink, and seems to be washing up. It's like, oh, is that class over? I think I'm done flying for today. I should say lack of flying.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm sorry that you got frustrated, but it's like, it's not a huge deal. No one was like.
I'm not frustrated. I just don't want to learn something so stupid and non-applicable. I don't need to fly. When I learn to apparate, I would just apparate where I want to, and we'd have evolved past using such primitive brooms.
I never thought of it. Well, wait. What's like apparating?
You see her say, well, let me just tell you the ins and outs of apparating. It's something quite fascinating. And I should say, you might need to make a con save as well. But she goes into all the details of how, like, essentially broom travel is inefficient and the efficacy and the effectiveness of apparition versus broom. And, like, she's bringing numbers in, she's bringing stats in, and...
Honestly, I think Willow is an intellect caster. I think she would be interested in knowing the difference. Especially because it's like flying versus teleporting. That's kind of an objectively cool thing. But she would like to point out, well, like, what if you need to reach something on a high shelf and there's nothing, like, you can't stand on something, so you just need the broom to, like, go whoop, Or what if there's, like, something on a cliff, right? And you can't apparate there because there's nothing to stand on.
If something's on a cliff and I need to get it, but I can't apparate there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then why don't I just turn whatever I need to come to me? I could transmutate some wings on it, and then it could just fly into my hands. Why would I need a broom? It can fly to me. I don't see why not.
Well, wasn't it in the book earlier? There's like Accio or something. I didn't try it, but I thought I read about it.
Yes, well, I guess I could also do that, but I mean, any wizard with 2 pennies to rub together and maybe a bit of wand can do that. I do a little more, something advanced.
That's true, yeah. You gotta be, like, fancy with it, because it's cooler.
Well, yes, it's cooler, shows technical prowess, and she kind of goes on and on, but...
It's like she's letting her talk so that she feels better.
Elsie wants to make a stealth check to, while Janice is monologuing about apparating, just, like, slowly move further and further away until she's out of the bathroom without her noticing.
Oh, I feel bad for dragging you along now. I thought you would want
to... Go ahead and make a stealth check.
She's your friend, so I wanted to invite you.
17.
So yeah, you're able, if you would like to, you can stealth out pretty easily.
Yeah, so Elsie just, like, fades away and then leaves and goes to, like, dinner or the Ravenclaw Tower or whatever it's time to go to.
Will is just like, you have a lot of cool things to say.
She kind of reluctantly smiles and kind of locks arms with you. I appreciate it. Come. I'll tell you more about apparating and kind of the more effective ways to get stuff down and try and dissuade you from flying on cliffs.
Willow at this point is kind of bewildered, like, wow, she's being really nice.
All right. So that concludes our session for today. And that will conclude our first block of classes.
Yay!
So let me go ahead. I'll paste this into Discord for what you get for between next time, because next week I will not be able to make it. I have some stuff with the Eagles drumline I need to do. So
Fair
I
enough.
will be out. But that gives us time because we are going to have our first session of downtime.
Oh.
Time.
So with this downtime, everyone, let's see. Okay, yes.
I know. Pick,
So
like, 3 NPCs to hang out with, and like we can improve stuff on our spells, or like
yes.
we can do different things. There's a whole bunch of options.
Yes. So, let me just bring up my notes real quick so I can make sure I copy this down. So first off, congratulations, you are all level 2. So you get a level up. Very exciting.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
As well, I would say pick 2 or 3 NPCs that you know, either want to learn more about, have a connection with, and want to just, you know, keep hanging out with them, or someone that you don't necessarily know that well and want to spend time getting to know them. So, kind of let me know your rationale behind what you want to do and kind of your intentions behind what you want to do. As well, I put it in the Discord, but you have a bunch of spells that you can attempt to learn, because this is going to encompass now until the winter break. So this is a span of like 3 months. So,
And I think we have a birthday over winter break, don't we?
yes, I think so. I'm pretty sure. But let's start with, and if you need more time, just say pass and we can skip back. Arenzio, is there any classmate you want to kind of spend some time hanging out with, or what you want to do during your first semester of downtime?
I was like, isn't there a sheet we can fill in with our downtime stuff?
Maybe.
I just want to make it easier, because like you can talk to 3 NPCs as a separate thing, and then the first thing you can explore, work on your spells. There's a list. There's a list in the downtime section of the channel.
Okay.
Where it was.
Okay, use this sheet. Okay, so there is. Let me link that.
Yeah, I think it's easier to keep track that way. The way.
Yeah.
We don't forget.
There's the downtime.
Yeah. So you can explore the castle, practice a spell, research a topic, brew some potions. You can add potions in your inventory. Add extra points to a magic school. We need to roll. You can gain a proficiency. We need to do that 3 times before you actually get it. You can add points to a stat, but it takes 3 times to get it. You know. Early on, I remember I was recommended to explore and practice spells. Up to you. It's up to you guys what you want to do, though.
Yeah.
And then you, like, as a separate thing, you pick 3 people to hang out with, and you got to roll. And then you choose a magic school to increase by +1 for free. And then you put that on the sheet. This is like download downtime activity sheet PDF on there. Sorry, I also forget that I talk really fast. Did that make sense?
It did.
For the most part, yeah.
Basically, just fill out the sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they recommend School of Magic or start a proficiency.
Okay. So let's. Okay, and then at the bottom you can do a check mark for which School of Magic you'd like to.
Which one you increase for free?
Okay.
Oh,
So
Yeah. You can also just spend one of your activities increasing a school magic, so you could increase 2 or 3 in one downtime if you want.
yeah, so
Up
go
to
ahead
you.
and take some time. Luckily, we do have a week off, so I'd recommend taking some time and think about what you'd like to do. And then let me once you submit your card, uh go ahead. I'll tell you to roll in the rolling channel, and then we can record it and add it to your card. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So we'll go ahead and end the stream.